Welcome everybody to another live show. I'm getting more regular at this, and hey, it's not a Bull Black centric live stream. Woohoo! Feels good. Um, it's still community based. And listen, to those of you who are, maybe subscribed recently and aren't aware, right? Feel free to ask any questions. This is gonna be a chat based live stream, community based, whatever you want to call it, right? Because we used to have a pretty good community, believe it or not, here at the Homeboy Edwin channel. Once upon a time we were called Homeboys, got receipts. Good times, good times. But yeah, maybe we'll even do call-ins if somebody wants to call in and give some opinions at some point in the show. I want to limit this stream to be an hour. Is probably unrealistic, but an hour and a half. All right, I want to limit it. And the new policy, okay, is the live streams will stay up for about a week, maybe a month, at most. So if you're a member, you can watch them forever, of course. Then after that, they become members only. But yeah, what's up, Chelsea? What's up, Vitamin? What's up, Greg and Jay in the chat? Chestlock, what's up? What's up? Yesterday was Tommy C's birthday. I called in. I said happy birthday. That went well. He said some nice things to me. I was like, oh, man, it was good. It felt good to call into Tommy C's show, and you know, not have a traumatizing, consequential chain of events follow afterwards, because that's essentially what was last year. So it was nice to override that memory or of being on the show. And yeah, he was cool. But before that, before I called in, Tipster had called in, and that was interesting. It's been interesting to see him take his victory laps over Bo Black's going down. So kind of want to listen to that, because Tipster's Tommy C essentially lectured Tipster for quite a while. It was kind of funny to listen to. I don't know if that's what Tipster expected or what, but I mean, it's kind of to be expected when you consider that it's Tommy C, right? But like, maybe in the moment you don't expect it because it's just a birthday stream. What's up, Clara? Your subs out. Yeah, well, maybe you'll get another gifted. You never know. You never know. But yeah, that's what we want to do. I want to get everybody's opinions. I want to basically say hi to everybody in chat. RBF, what's up? Yeah, Tommy was like friendly drunk, but obviously a little, didn't go so well for for Tommy. Well, for Tipster rather. Sorry, both the T's got me mixed up. All right, so this is the tweet that I actually wanted to get started. This is maybe second or third in command of the commentary community, right? The arbiters, right? I guess I would say probably. It's Alex Gekmo. Yes, the legendary catalyst to the Bo Black's downfall. He tweeted out, I am seeing a concerning amount of tipster sweeping. Because, it did seem like just because Bo Black's went down and Tipster was saying some, like, funny things at Bo Black's, people were like, oh, wow, what's up? As if to kind of forget his stuff, right? And, I'm not super invested in that, but the commentary community, they care a lot, and that's fair. So Connor, Augie's roommate, and he's his own YouTuber now. He's more than Augie's roommate now. Let's give him some street cred. He does readings of all the current dramas and everything, and so he deserves to be his own Connor X8. He says, at every single second of every day, Tipster gets stomped into the dirt by the entire community. But what makes a locale funny is when they have something to lose and they nuke themselves. Let him have his W here, and we'll watch it if he self-immolates again randomly in like a week. LMFAO. Okay, first of all, has anybody ever heard this word immolate? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Immolate, right? I had never heard of it until like a week or two ago when Nick tweeted us, my friends self-immolate. Like, whoa. And I get it. English is my second language, so maybe that's my bad. Let me look it up what it actually means technically. To kill as a religious sacrifice, to kill especially by fire. What the hell? Okay, what an interesting word choice, right? Like, I'm sorry, I'd never heard that word, and now that I look it up, that's what it means. Okay, all right. What's up, Bridget? It says in the chat, LFG. Brown Gone One says Tipster seems to have gained a couple more pounds. Okay, all right. Well, this is chat based. I said I would be reading a lot of the chat, so there we go. Okay. Um, and Alex Gekmo in the tweet replies to X8 and says, "Yeah, sure, you and I both know this, but I am concerned the people in Tipster do not." And Connor says, "Isn't it better for content if Tipster doesn't, though?" This is like so like next level, right? Basically, Alex is like, I don't know if I would say stressing out, right? But he's like, "Excuse me, it's getting a little concerning. Why is everybody just acting like Tipster's all good just because Boblik's out? Come on, guys." And Connor's like, "Let him have his W. You know, maybe it'll give him more to slip up and you know whatever." And I just think it's funny that people don't say this about me. Huh? That's good. That's good. But yeah, and even though Tipster, which we've covered some of his tweets, right, laughing at Boblax and such, even though he had been doing that, it wasn't until yesterday, Tommy C's birthday, that he called into a show. He called into Tommy C. And, well, I guess he had that short call-in with Augie, right? But this was actually quite long. Let me make it smaller so we can see the whole timeline. Not that he went on video or anything. I think when somebody else is in the video, I mean, maybe not for like general call-ins, right? Like it's a fan call-in or whatever. But I think that Tipster should be on video too. I mean, he's a streamer. I think it would be cool if, like, you know, he's calling to Tommy's show. It would be more interactive, right? It would be more enjoyable to watch both of them on stream. But instead, we get this is like a little animation of the happy birthday thumbnail with Bolex in the center. But yeah, so let's check this out. This is the call between Tipster and Tommy C. I have some like music in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it super low, but I'm gonna pause it. Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta put my earbuds in, otherwise it'll echo. One sec. Okay. Oh wait, it still is not registering. I gotta you know, OBS on excuse me.
Tell you right now.
Okay. OBS on Mac is weird.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate the donation, but this is not going to be an easy call for you. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's fine. I'm here to take my lumps. I'm here to take my lumps.
Well, here's the thing.
What does he say? I'm here to take my lungs?
I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's fine. I'm here to take my lumps. I'm here to take my
lumps? What is he saying, guys? Because he says it a couple more times. What does that mean, to take your lumps? My lovely lady lumps. Check it out. Wait, no, she says lovely lady humps. Wait, I don't actually.
This is not going to be an easy call for you. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's fine. I'm here to take
I'm
my
a girl that. Why? How am I constantly hearing all these terms that I never heard? First is self-emulates. Next is lumps. He's here to take his lumps. Take your punishment. Yeah, I mean, you know, look, here's one of the things I learned when I learned the English language, right? Back when I was 8 years old. Very important. Si no saben, mi primer lenguaje es español, pero una de las cosas más importantes que aprendí is context clues, right? Basically, based on the context of what you're hearing, you figure out what the word probably means. So yeah, I get that it means like, I'm here to take my punishment, I guess, right? But lumps, I just never heard, I'm here to take my lumps. Give me my lumps, baby. Tommy C, give me my lumps. Like, you know, it's funny when you try to rephrase the phrase in a more complete sentence, like, hey Tommy C, I'm here for you to give me my lumps. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm getting stuck, and this is quite long. It's like almost an hour, 50 minutes apparently. I'm gonna put it at 1.25x.
My lumps. I'm here to take my lumps.
Well, here's the thing, Tips. Like, I'll get into the deeper stuff later.
Here's the thing, Tips. I like Tommy's voice. All right.
I don't understand, and this is more of a question than a criticism. I don't understand. Like, I get being worn, and I think this is what happened to you. I get being worn down by the commentary community. I get being worn down by the fucking pedo shit and all that other fucking horse shit. I get that, you know, you're trying to explain some nuance and something you believe, and then you get turned into a pedo and stuff like that. By the way, I was never one of those fucking guys. I get the frustration. What I don't get, and you got a fucking second chance after you fucked over me, you fucking the rest of those guys over. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that.
No, honestly, like Nick kind of pointed that out on Twitter. I think it was like yesterday, and I said something along the lines of, I don't regret leaving the community. It was just time for me to move on. To
I don't. First of all,
one of my favorite things about like when people call in with Tommy is that it's basically like 80% Tommy and 20% the caller, right? Like, even though Tipster's answer wasn't really an answer to what Tommy was saying, it's still funny that he didn't still get to finish. It doesn't. I feel like nobody that's called into Tommy's seat really ever gets to finish.
Lines of, I don't regret leaving the community. It was just time for me to move on. To
I don't. First of all, I'm going to correct you. You never left. You never left the community. You left your crew. The community you're still in. You're still commentating, dude.
Okay, I think he left the community. Maybe he didn't leave the category, right? I think it's silly for him to. First of all, I always think that like absolute statements are always a mistake. I mean, not like a major mistake, but when people say, I'm never going to talk about this again, is like the dumbest thing anyone could say, because I feel like it seems to be a case where most of the time they do end up talking about it. And it's not a big deal they talk about it again, but it just seems silly to like be so declarative, because people can change their minds and it's not a big deal. And, he says that he doesn't talk about drama or doesn't do drama, but bro, he's done his like, if we go to his channel, even though it's mostly political drama can still be considered drama, first of all, but even if you want to put that aside, he did some Dr. Disrespect video, I believe. So, but it doesn't even matter. It's not a big deal, but it's just like, why declare it? Why not just shift to it, right? He could have just shifted categories, just gone to politicalness without being like, I'm leaving this toxic community that I was once a part of. Because that's the crazy part, bro. You were a part of it. You were part of the toxicity.
That's true. Yeah, you are. That's the truth.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like agree with that. But
you're still doing drama. You're still talking about the trending topics. You might be doing gaming and whatever the fuck you do. And I've always said your retro stuff is fucking top notch. I mean, that's one of the reasons I liked you when I mentioned 2016. But you never really left. Nobody leaves this shit. You left your crew. That's what bothered me. And it was my crew. You did me dirty, and then you did them dirty.
Tommy can get secondhand offended, and I think that's kind of cute. He's a ride or die, I guess, for the crew.
I don't understand that, and I forgave you.
Yeah, well, like I was gonna say is what I was telling Nick.
Tipster's like, anyways, I really need to finish this thought. It's so funny, but
in a response on Twitter was something along the lines of like, I don't regret leaving, but I regret the way I left, because like I would have liked to leave where we were still on good terms or whatever, but I obviously like dropped the ball on that like tremendously.
You tried to connect them to the alt-right. How is that fucking possible? You're fucking Hispanic. They fucking took you in, despite me telling them not to. They literally took you in. Augie, blowbacks. Fuck him now. I get that. Augie, blowbacks. Like everybody, they took you in. The only reason, I've been meaning to say this to you for years. You contacted me in 2016, right before Baited, and we connected over a criticism of me working with Keemstar, right? Did I throw you away? Yeah. Did I fucking block you? Did I tell you to fuck off? No, I was like, all right, let's hear this. Let's check out your content. We both got the retro gaming thing in common. And then you eventually were able to get a platform. You got 100,000. I never got that. Basically through my connections and me fucking seeing how cool you are. You know that, right? I mean, I'm not saying you didn't do it yourself. I'm not saying you did, but like all that is because you were upset with me going to Baited, even though nobody had nothing going on. I needed fucking money, the whole nine. That's where it started.
Oh, no, to be clear.
This is like a lecture straight up, because the first point was that Tipster connected the commentary boys to alt-right adjacent. And then he started going off on different points. So it's kind of like, yeah, let's see what Tipster says to all that.
Clear, like I never had a problem with you going to Baited. Like if anything, I was like, yo, like get your bag. My thing was just like at the time I wasn't like the biggest like Keemstar fan. Yeah, so my thing was just like just be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're talking specifically.
All right, in fairness, yes, that was your position right there. That was your position. But it started off. But the reason we got into DMs is because you were critical. And then when we talked, it was like, yeah, look, get your bag. I get it. And I'm like, look, I think I'm something to the effect that I will stand up to him when I see fit. But I mean, I'm sure, that's pretty much what it was. And then, the whole Ian Miles Chung thing happened, and you took full fucking advantage of that. Everybody embraced you. Fucking Augie embraced you. Bobax embraced you.
See, I wasn't around for this era, so it's interesting to hear about this like era of, I guess, Tipster and Tommy had a little drama, and Tommy was trying to advise Tommy. God, I'm so confused with these T names. Tipster was trying to advise Tommy against Keemstar, and Ian Miles Chung was involved and stuff. Boohoo Big Oop says, but Tipster has always had his ear to the ground, though. He came back to commentary community as soon as Boblax was getting heat. And okay, I understand that. I think, like, I can understand maybe he got a boost of confidence, because I feel like I've gotten a boost of confidence with Boblax gone down. So I know it's not in this one-to-one, though. I guess it is different. And I think he's doing it in an interesting way, I think his, because I guess because I never really changed, I never really changed categories or whatever. I don't know. So I feel like it is interesting with Tipster. It's hard to tell. And the thing with Tipster is, I feel like one of Tipster's criticisms that he gets. In fact, let's look at this thread, right? That I originally showed earlier. This other Froki here tweeted, Tipster faked Boblax faked BPD, yet Tipster has faked alcoholism. Tipster says Boblax begged Alex Yakmo to delete tweets, yet Tipster offered to pay Salvo $175 to stop making fun of him. Well, that wasn't actually accurate. That was $175. Wait, to endorse. Maybe it was making fun of his wife as well, but it was it was to endorse Leia something, and after Salvo had made fun of him, though, so it was weird. It was even weirder. Boblax flipped up on his convictions. Tipster glazed Keemstar for years, forgave him after Keem said he killed his friend and called him a pedo. Yeah, okay, that's one of the things. Like, Tipster, I personally, one of my criticisms for Tipster, I remember before he unfriended me, right, and burnt the bridge with me. I never ended up seeing that video. I remember it, and it was sent to me, right, because I didn't want to deal with all the BS that was said about me last year for like a long time. Now I'm getting more warmed up to it. I'm like, okay, I can do it. I'm getting more confidence. And Trans Tipster has sent me a link to it. I was like, dude, I don't want to see this. I don't really care for it. Because there was a video upload that Tipster had done saying why I burnt the homeboy Edwin bridge. I never ended up saying it, and now it's like that it's lost media that he took down all his drama videos. And I'm like, oh damn, now I'm kind of curious to see it. Like, what did he say? Why did he burn the Edwin bridge, right? Because the things that I got into drama with him for was I was doing live streams pointing out how weird I thought that it was that he was super angry at Salvo for Salvo making the comment about his wife saying, like, his wife is disabled, so she's not very social. That's like almost verbatim what Salvo had said in a chat, not even like a live stream, just in a members only Keemstar chat. And that caused Tipster to like yell at him and block him. And then after that, Tipster would say that he would like watch Salvo streams in secret, in secret like Discord groups, like screen sharing with Xylee and Kristen Ark, even though all three of them like claimed publicly to hate Salvo. It was very confusing, right? And then also on the other hand, Tipster ended up offering $175 to Salvo, which he haggled from $150. That doesn't make any sense, right? So I call that out, and that's my perspective, at least, right? That's my perspective as to why Tipster hated me. I don't know what Tipster's perspective was, but he ended up blocking me from there. So I feel like those are weird actions to take, and that's what I criticized. And yeah, I also did not understand why he would always glaze Keemstar, because I remember Keemstar always shitting on Tipster. He would always like come back to him, right? And this is what I guess I would criticize here, because it's like it's kind of like he's crawling back to the people that have shat on him forever. Maybe Tommy not as much, but dude, Nick is fucking shat on Tipster like insane amount, right? Like sure, Boblax has done his bully streams, but how effective are those at like Boblax kind of replays opinions from Nick. So, you know, I mean, I guess he was bored and would like look up old videos from Tipster like licking like a Nintendo cartridge or some shit, which was really weird. But I guess what I'm trying to say, long and short, is the Tipster's incentives are not entirely clear. But I guess I always find Tipster to be kind of short-sighted, you know? And I don't mean this as a sort of insult. I just think he generally can be short-sighted. Like, for example, the examples that I gave, right? So at the moment, he was very mad at Salvo, so he blocked him. But it's short-sighted, like he yelled, got angry, and speaks words that he doesn't mean long-term. Because in the end, he was still a fan of Salvo and would still watch him in secret and ended up offering $175, right? So it's like, whatever. So it's like, it's an awkward position to it's an awkward thing to be though when you're in commentary, right? I guess is ultimately my thing, because then you end up kind of flip-flopping. Yo, member for 25 months, part of the Hive. What's up, Kels? Kels, you're in trouble though. You're in trouble. What did you even do, says Murphy in chat. That was 2 years ago. Who cares? And that's the thing. Okay, that's a good point though. Okay, who cares, right? The who cares thing. Like, I don't care. I'm still blocked by him. And here's the thing. Like, that's why I'm not a very grudgeful person, right? Like, I've made it clear. Like, if people want to come in my chat, I know there's a lot of people, and I've seen people come in my chat even from like last year that have shit talked to me, you know, in other chats or even in my own chat or left hateful comments. But like, I don't have that many people blocked in my chat, you know? I know there was a point in my return stream where my mods blocked a lot of people. Like, I went and unblocked a lot of people. But like, I get it. There was like a hate mob against me at the time, and I'm not grudgeful. So like, yeah, I get it. And with Tipster, I just think he needs to kind of accept the short-sightedness, that, because I think that's his issue, that he's kind of short-sighted and he's kind of maybe partially impulsive, which is part of the comparativeness to Boblax, right? Like, they both kind of tweet and delete and all that stuff. Anyway, I hope my little spiel made sense. It's not an airport. You don't need to announce your departure, right? Oh god.
Embraced you. Nick embraced you, and then 5 years later, okay, buddy, you're trying to trap them into some fucking anti-trans horse shit. I mean, what the fuck, dude? I don't get that. Why? What did they do to you? You like me? Like, my whole thing is, right, Tips. Like, I didn't. If you notice, I didn't jump on the train. Like, I don't know why you blocked me, because I wasn't. I didn't do shit to you on Twitter. My whole thing was, they got what they deserved because you showed your fucking true colors 5 years ago, and I just accepted it. And you've never apologized. I know you apologized to Nick, and you said you regretted what happened with the whole Ian Miles Chung thing, and because, like, you know, it's one thing liking tweets about my kid starving, right? If you're not my friend. It's another thing if I was cool with you and you're trying to suck up the mega.
Liking my tweets starving? Did Tipster like tweets about Tommy C's kids starving? What the hell?
Medicare's crew. Not directly Medicare, but that whole crew. So when you fucking turned on them.
I was never trying to like suck up to that.
It looked like it. No, I think if we went back. I think if we went back.
No, never.
You put out a tweet prior to the Ian Miles Chung incident happening, publicly telling everybody you were distancing yourself from me. Right? Even though I didn't do anything other than go against Medicare. So that's a little tough to believe.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't recall that.
You were fucking stuck in their ass. You were riding high. And that turned into a relationship with Augie, which turned into a fucking 100,000 subs in a plaque.
I don't know if anybody who was around those. I guess it must have been 2019, probably. I think I met these guys like mid to late 2020, I believe.
I was never anything but nice to you. And after you did me fucking dirty and I figured out a way to survive it, I forgave you, even though you never came to me balls to bones and said, I am sorry. So why should I believe you? That, like, you do shit to me on this whole Kevin thing. You didn't do a fucking thing to me. It was fucking Augie, Bobax, and Tipster you did it to, right? Bobax even though he's a fucking shit, right? He still didn't deserve that at the time. So why should I believe you now? And I'm saying that honestly, not like trying to like get you. I'm like, why should you believe that now?
No, I mean, like, it's the same thing like I told like Nick or whatever. Like, I own up the fact that like I definitely made mistakes over the course of the past like year and a half.
You sound like Bobax.
But like I don't expect.
You realize you sound like Bobax right now, right? On Augie's show.
One of my favorite things, like, there's people that mess up names, and there's people that do it, and it's like acceptable, you know, because he does it repeatedly. Tommy says you sound like Bobax. It's so funny. I love it. Bobax.
What do you mean?
Because we saw Bobax and he was just like, yeah, you're right, I'm wrong, and what have you. He doesn't forgive everybody. He isn't.
But the difference between like Boblax is I feel like Boblax was just trying to like, you know, find some way to save his own ass. And like,
I feel like that's you. Except
bro, okay, this is funny, you know. I mean, it does kind of sound like he's kind of conceding just to concede and whatever. Like, you know, I've made mistakes in the past. Well, okay. What I'm saying is that he's been flip-floppy and kind of hypocritical and short-sighted and just had very little backbone. And yeah, like his opinions have been kind of off, right? And that's fine. Like it's not something that I don't think these things that I'm listing, I don't think they're worth like hating someone for, as long as that person can be self-aware. If he's self-aware, if he's coming to self-awareness, great. And this is one step, right? This is one of those things that's like you just let a person see if they actually changed over time, whatever, right? I think viewers get way too invested and they just hate forever. I think it's extra weird when people that don't even know Tipster, like, or ever even speak to him. Like, at least I spoke to him, guys. Come on. When viewers get way mad forever, I think that's a little extra.
In this community.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth in that. But I feel like that's like you, except you were trying to get into the community. What's the difference?
What do you mean?
I think we're trying to get except growing
in this community.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth in that.
Way to save his own ass. And
I feel like that's you.
Okay, so Tipster says, yeah, well, Boblax was only saying whatever he could to save his own ass. And Tommy says this, yeah, I feel like that's you. You're saying it to try to get back into the community.
Except growing
in this community.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth in that. But I feel like that's like you, except you were trying to get into the community. What's the difference?
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like you fucked me over to get in good with any community that would take you in, and it just happened to be mine. Well, it's fucking ironic. And I was never nice to you. You made a public tweet distancing yourself from me. You have never apologized for you, and I decided to forgive you. And then 5 years later, you're basically saying Nick, Augie, and even Bobax for that matter, are adjacent to fucking alt-right people? We worked with you. You know how careful we were. You know how we don't fucking like racist assholes.
Okay, so I think that Tommy's saying that Tipster is repeating himself. Like 5 years ago, Tipster made a public tweet separating himself from Tommy. And okay, does anybody know about this tweet comparing these commentary boys to the alt-right adjacent? Because again, I was not very glued to this community in the past year and a half or so, but it sounds like I don't follow Tipster that much. So I don't know about that.
You knew that about us. You were in. And I think what happened to you is you got sick of fucking getting optics.
He got sick of fucking. Tipster got sick of fucking.
Check. Just like Bobax. And you started to resent the people that were helping you. That's what I think. And you can respond now.
You can respond now.
I mean, I don't know if I, like, maybe I'm misremembering something, but I don't know if I ever said all you guys were alt-right adjacent. I know that I was asked that question.
You better fucking hope that's not the case, because I don't got the shit in front of me, but they'll find it.
I know that I was asked that question specifically about Augie, and I said yes because of some of the people he associated with, but I don't think I.
Oh, so he admits that he said about Augie. Okay, so I mean, look, I think at this point, Tommy is probably at least 10 beers in, right? And he had it at least half right. If Tipster said it about Augie, okay, I'm saying this. If Tipster said it probably last year. What changed about Augie from last year to the beginning, right? Because Tipster, I mean, Augie already had weird audiences sometimes and, you know, said out-of-pocket shit and stuff. But I personally didn't see a drastic change. So what made Tipster all of a sudden vocal about it, I guess is my thing.
I don't think I ever said that about...
Not Nick?
Nick,
we'll
for
see.
example.
Okay, I can't get you because I don't remember. I don't know. But I felt like it was a community thing. I didn't feel like it was just like Augie or Nick or what have you.
Yeah, Beaver says in chat, I mean, Augie could be seen as all right. I'm just saying, and that's what I'm saying. I don't disagree with that. Like, he could be seen, but like, I feel like that argument could have been made from even before, like last year's. I guess what I'm trying to say. So I think that Tipster kind of, you know, leaning more towards the Keffel side made it more vocal, and for what reason, right? Like, that's his way of leaving. Like, I think he was kind of using it as one of the talking points for wanting to leave the commentary. In fact, he probably had a thread, but you know, he deletes all his tweets, so and I'm blocked, so I'm not even gonna try to look for that shit.
Well,
Because I do remember on what was it? It was the Michael Alberto stream. I was specifically asked that by Aiden about whether I thought that about Augie, and I said I think that he's alt-right adjacent because some of the people he.
Everyone and their mama going live about Tipster right now. Who else? What the heck? Jesus, I just saw this yesterday, and then I saw that Tommy reposted this clip. So I'm like, oh, it makes it easier. I don't have to look for through your 9-hour happy birthday stream. Oh god, guys, stick around, please, guys, stick around. This is a very chat-based live stream. If you're a member, join the server, please. We need all the members to join the server. All right, even if you got gifted membership, but you should still work. Join the server. Let's be active. Maybe if somebody has a strong opinion about Tipster, we can have a call in. I want to limit it to a minute or two, though.
Engages with, but I don't think I ever said that. Like, definitely not Nick, for example. Yeah. I don't have any reason to believe that
Nick used to be right wing, and now he's left. I mean, you know that. You knew that at the time. That's half the reason we got in a fucking fight, because we couldn't put our fucking politics and act like fucking grown-ups. Both of us, by the way, not just me, not just him.
Nick used to be right wing,
man. Like, my whole thing with this.
Nick used to be right wing. Wait, is that why he said they got into the Eminem beef?
Got in a fucking fight because we couldn't put our fucking politics and act like fucking grown-ups. Both of us, by the way, not just me.
Both of us, not just me. Dude, that Eminem beef was so weird. I feel like that would be funny to rewatch. Like, Tommy C. See, Tommy C thought he was about to get snaked. It would be like if I kind of felt what was coming and all of a sudden made a preemptive stream, but it didn't come. But if it did, oh.
Not just him. I just like, I don't know, man. Like, my whole thing with this, the recent fucking capitalist thing, I don't really give a fuck what your sexuality is. I don't give a fuck who you support. I don't care if you're a leftist. I really don't. I don't. Right? But it's just, it felt like you were trying to get us through her because she was riding high. Actually, you kind of got her on the dip, to be honest with you. And, you know, as far as like trans stuff, even you kind of got her on the dip.
You got her on the dip. Okay, like in the dip in views.
Honest with you. And, you know, as far as like trans stuff, even Augie like moved more towards the center as time went on. I just feel like you were trying to tie us up with somebody. I don't fucking hate trans people. I just don't want to say the fucking pronouns. I don't want to be told what to fucking do. And I think they feel the same way. Probably less Nick than any of them. And I think Nick fucking targeted you 4 years for a reason because you broke his fucking heart. And he went,
what do you guys think about that? That was a little bit interesting of a take. But, of course, Tommy is one of the people that probably talks to Nick the most, right? I'm pretty sure it's like Tom, Turkey Tom, and Augie. I don't know who else, right? Like, Nick can keep his circle quite small now. But Tommy's one of the people he's talked to the most for a while. And he just said that Tipster broke Nick's heart. That's major, dog. I mean, maybe it could be the reason why Nick has made so many A-log type of tweets for so long. But I was like, wow, I guess it could make sense.
I don't want to be told what to fucking do. And I think they feel the same way. Probably less Nick than any of them. And I think Nick fucking targeted you 4 years for a reason because you broke his fucking heart. And he's not going to say that, but I will. You broke his heart.
He's not going to say it, but I will. See, that makes it sound like he knows. And Tommy is a little bit buzzing, so
how, yeah. Like, I understand, like, everything you said about Bobax is 100%.
Wait, did he just...
He broke his heart. So...
I think he even just sniffed, or someone sniffed. Someone's getting emotional over this, dude. Either Tommy's getting secondhand emotion, or I don't know, someone's like on the verge of tears over here, bro. What's happening?
Like, I understand, like, everything you said about Bobax is 100% legit. And by the way, I did
his wife sneezed,
or said, or took a picture of it and said, you were everywhere. You have no reason to fucking take him in. He did you fucking dirty. He teased you for months. You know, I didn't fucking have a problem with it when he was doing it, but I would have a problem with it if he tried to come back to you and blocked you all of a sudden. I get why you think that's bullshit. How are you different than Bobax?
I mean, at the end of the day, if like that's your perception of me, I'm not here to change it. I just
why not? Like, why not? Don't give me a fucking political line. Why are you different? Tell me from the heart.
I mean, I don't even know what
Do you-
to say to be.
Do you see me as just like
It's so awkward. It must be so awkward. It must be so awkward to like, what's so fucking different? I mean, look, I don't know what you want me to say. It's like you came into the Lion's Den totally unprepared. Maybe not realizing it was Lion's Den. I almost want to play my call-in to show the comparison. Because obviously, you know, both me and him were in commentary exile last year. Yeah, literally. I actually was commentary exiled before Tipster last year. You know?
it's like we weren't real friends or something like that because it was on the internet. We never stood in front of each other and everybody's content.
No,
eventually.
when
Do you see it that
we
way?
were friends, when we were friends, I genuinely did consider you a friend. To be honest, like even with like the recent stuff, I didn't have an issue with you personally.
You still
The only
blocked me.
reason why
You still blocked me.
Well, I was just gonna say why. I didn't really want to engage with this like community all that much, obviously. And then what upset me personally was when you used the fact that you had me as a friend on Discord to drag me into a call on Local Live. That and admittedly, it's a stupid thing.
Did you hold on a second? I'll give you. Did you block me before or after that? Be honest.
It was after.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. We were trying to. You know what? I have no problem with that. If that's true, I have no problem with that. You know why? We were trying to exploit you. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
So that
for
was
sure. All right,
like,
fair enough. All right, let that go. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna concede on that one. But it's just like
you know, you and me were cool. We still talked about like video games and shit.
Not since Keffels. We didn't talk about shit after that.
No, I remember we talked about the Polymega. That was one of the last conversations we had.
That's
That was
true.
after Keffels.
No, that's true. No. Okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie.
Drunk Tommy is really coming out here like, nah, since couples. All right, you know what? All right, I'm not gonna lie. That's true. I'll give you that point. I just hopped in with what I missed. Well, we're evaluating whether this is a Tipster comeback genuine or not. Look, I believe he probably says it throughout this call, right? But he has said that he's not trying to come back into the community. But it's been starting to feel like a tour, right? Like he's kind of like doing like a press tour, not press tour, but kind of just tweeting, appearing in chats and stuff, and calling in and stuff. So it's an interesting look. We'll see. I mean, I think it would be really big mistake if he tried to make actual drama videos again. But I don't care that much. I'm not that invested. Wasn't Tipster before you? No. Tipster was after. Because I remember what I was in the exile is when they had that call. Tipster, Keffels, Nick, and Augie. That happened last year. Like in, I don't know, probably March or April or June. I don't know exactly when, but that definitely happened way later. Tipster's using that voice that I used to use when I tried to lie to my mother. Oh my god, that's funny. Was Tipster always political? I just thought it was kind of random. He was doing YouTube drama, then restreams, and now political. That's Resident Evil streams. Yeah, so he actually addresses that. So I'll just let it play and let him speak for himself here, because that's literally something that's brought up here.
I'm not gonna lie. No, that's all right.
But yeah,
you know what my feeling was. But you know what my feeling was. It's not exactly good for you. My feeling was, fuck those guys. They're the ones that fucking kept you in to begin with. So if you're gonna fuck them over, I told them you're no fucking good years ago. That's how I felt. So I didn't have to, I forgave you. So why do I gotta get mad at you now? You do shit to me. You did shit to me years ago, and I'm over it. It's kind of the same way I feel about Bobex now.
Yeah. But no, like
yeah. But anyways,
you blocked me for that. If you blocked me for that, I get it. We were definitely trying to use you for sure.
No, I think in hindsight, I think it was like a really stupid reason to block you. Honestly, it's just like I could have easily just not responded to that call and then afterwards talk to you like that was pretty fun.
You could have called me during the fucking Keffel shit and say I feel differently about things now. I'm saying you're gonna tell your sexuality and shit, but you can say this is something I believe in. I'm a socialist. What the fuck ever? What do I care if you're a socialist?
And this part of Tommy is kind of interesting to hear. Like, you could have called me. It sounds so friendshipy, and wow. I mean, can I call you, Tommy? Can I call you? Maybe I can just call Tommy on the whim, right? I don't know.
Look, you know me long enough. All I'm trying to do is make people laugh and get rewarded for it and get a donation. That's fucking it. That's all I've ever fucking done. And you know what? Yeah. I have not done it the easy way, and I have not done it by walking the fucking line and doing the most trending topic thing. I did it the way I thought. I don't believe it anymore. Howard Stern did it. He did what he believed. That's the way.
Murphy in chat says, wait, is Keffel's gone? Is that why Tipster's around? I don't know if she's gone. I don't really keep up with that, but I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that Tipster had some controversy because he defended Vaush, and Keffels eventually came out condemning Vaush and saying, I don't know why Tipster's doing this. I believe she kind of threw Tipster under the bus, but I don't think Tipster ever, fought back against that or anything. I don't really know how that ended or anything. I didn't follow too closely. So, yeah, I'm not super sure.
We have always fucking done it.
Yeah. Yeah, ultimately, like, my thing is, like, obviously, like, when it comes to, like, our political views and stuff like that, like, we don't align.
No, I never had beef with Tommy, personally. Like, during last year's shit, he kind of had a misconception of the drama, and he kind of, obviously sided with Nick, and just, he thought I was a bad friend, and it's like, okay, you know what, okay, bro, just, yeah, it's all good. We'll let this time slide, sometimes.
And whatnot.
We used to. We used to. We used to.
Own the fact.
We used to.
No, I mean, I've always been pretty left wing. It's obviously not as much as now.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, my thing is, like, obviously, like, when it comes to, like, our political views and stuff like that, like, we don't align and whatnot.
We used to. We used to. We used to.
Own the fact.
We used to.
Okay, so there's a part where Tipster says, our political views, we just don't align.
No, I mean, I've always been pretty left wing. It's obviously not as much as now.
So obviously we know that I think Tommy pretty much leans right wingish, but he doesn't. I don't think he's super. I mean, he does kind of political stuff, but he's kind of shock jockey. He kind of like, he's not to be taken super serious. It's mostly just for the lulz, right? Most of his stuff or whatever, or even when, I don't know. I kind of like that vibe, but I think he's saying we used to be politically aligned because they consume similar content and there was never any friction.
But you were okay with.
I just wasn't vocal about it. I didn't.
Well, you were okay. You were okay with fucking Medicare's crowd at the time. At the time, they were the most right wing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here's the thing. If you guys, I mean, I don't know if anybody's here that was there ages ago, right? But actually, no. You could even go back because I'm pretty sure there was a video published because there was some live streams where Mr. Medicare would come up in my shows when I would co-host, say, Nick or something, right? And specifically, I'm pretty sure he was mentioned in the one clip that I did about Keffels, actually, and Nick is in the call. And I think I mentioned, like, I don't understand this Mr. Medical fanaticism. I never understood it. I wasn't around in the era where they were actually interacting with him or being more fanboyish, right? But I'm like, this guy's, like, not funny. I mean, I guess they still like him, but, like, if you look at Mr. Medicare, most of his stuff is just like cringe, transphobic. Like, we could literally put up a video of his, and it's just like, okay, this is like not funny, but all right. And again, I wasn't here during that era, but if Tipster was about that, then I could see how people might think, someone like Tommy might think that their political views aligned. Because how are you consuming and egging on Mr. Medicare if you're not right leaning or whatever, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
You had no problem pandering to them at my expense. And you know what I was doing at the end of the day? I was sticking up for crap who deserved it. And I'm glad I did. Even though I took a huge L, lost subs, the whole fucking nine. Keemstar waiting to swoop in on me, saying I starved my kid. And I'm the one that got you noticed.
Look, I was about to say Tommy is sensitive about people saying things about his kid, which is obviously, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So he's bringing this up again. Tipster apparently liked the tweet that was saying that Tommy C's kid was gonna starve or something like that. So that's a line. He'll during my call-in, which again, I don't want the stream to last more than 90 minutes, so I don't know if we'll have time to go over my call-in. But I brought up him and Savo, having another conversation. He's like, no, fuck that. He made comments about fucking my kid or something like that. Obviously, Savo's not for real, but it's like out of pocket shit. Which, hey, in fairness, Tommy does say some out-of-pocket shit on the regular, literally. But I guess when it's on your own family, I can understand it. So I'm not going to knock it.
Just to begin with.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I got to be honest with you. Look.
See, and Tipster just conceded to that. The whole, like, Mr. Medicare point. And that's the thing that makes it awkward for Tipster. Like, he's not prepared for this. Like, he just concedes.
Keemstar waiting to swoop in on me. Glad I did. Even though you know what I was doing at the end of the day? I was sticking up for crap who deserved it. And I'm glad I did. Even though I took a huge L, lost subs, the whole fucking nine. Keemstar waiting to swoop in on me, saying I starved my kid. And I'm the one that got you noticed to begin with.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Like, I gotta be honest with you. Look, if I did that to somebody, I'd have trouble sleeping at night. Not because it's like the worst thing in the world to do, but just because like fucking I was cool with you. I don't get that. I don't understand.
Dude, what Tommy is saying is a sentiment that I felt towards the people that fucked me last year. Just gonna say, I was like, how the fuck do these people just fucking sleep at night? Talking all this baseless shit.
And that's why I say, like, it's almost the old medical. I don't think he feels this way anymore because I get the feeling the cancer's changed his views on a few things. And I used the Ralph thing.
What's up, Will?
As
What's
evidence.
up, Coco?
The way he talked to Ralph and he didn't totally bury him when he could have. Like, do you really, like, I have trouble
What's up,
believing that you don't
JFA?
see everything as a means to an end. I want to, like, be proven wrong or something. Or, like, sort of like what just happened with the blocking over the lockout thing. That's legit, right? Like, how do I know this isn't different now? How do I know how do I know you're not going to be ultra right wing next week?
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely. Well, like I see, like for example, like a lot of people saying this is like my return to the community. It's like, no, I'm not returning to the community. I'm still kind of doing my own thing. It's just a matter of like I'm just tired of like I don't see the value in continuing to have like a feud like with you guys. And I can acknowledge that I didn't perfectly handle the way that I left the community. Yeah, I kind of like I fucked up, and I can own that. Like that's
Okay, so the reason he's doing this little press tour is because he's acknowledging that he didn't leave the community the right way, and he doesn't want to feud with the community. So he's picking community leaders. Nicholas Diorio, Aguiar C, Tommy C. He doesn't want feud with those guys that are community leaders. They will spout the opinions, guys. Pay attention to that. All right, pay attention to that. But what? So I guess the only apology here, or the only kind of regret that Tipster's truly presenting, is the way that he left the community. Right? Okay. All right. I mean, am I missing something? Is there something else? Cool. I feel like he's finally being clear, and it's kind of like, okay, yeah, okay, you didn't leave the community well enough. Good for you, bro. Good for you. I don't know. Help me out here, guys.
that's my thing. Is like I didn't come into this
Why?
call to argue
Why
with you or
did?
try to,
Why?
like-
Why? I'm not. Look, I don't think I'm arguing with you. I'm asking questions.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
asking
of course
questions.
not.
Why did you resent us because of the way the community turned out? I mean, I didn't like it either. I was bitching about it in 2019. This is the year of the pedo. Remember that whole thing? I was bitching about it then. That was a year we were good by
I
then.
mean, you and I had conversations about that. At the
I
time.
hated
It's
it.
like,
I hated it.
It's we missed the old days of drama when
Sure.
it was like
Over
making fun of
FIFA
people
or some
fighting
stupid
over
shit.
like stupid shit or whatever, or, like girls photoshopping their like Instagram pictures and stuff. Like that's when it was fun.
All right, I'm looking at your
And it
stuff now.
wasn't
I'm looking at your stuff now. It's all political. So
Yeah.
It's all political, but look at that Dr. Disrespect. That's not political. I want pure cope. But, okay, mostly political. But it's like, again, who cares? Like, yes, you shifted to mostly political content. Just don't declare I'm not doing drama anymore, you know? Because then it gives people opportunity to nitpick, you know? And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with doing some drama here and there. There really isn't. Like, I personally would not be mad if Tipster did like a Bobby stream or video, right? I wouldn't care. He's allowed to talk about it. But it's the fact that he says stuff like, I don't care for drama content. I'm not doing the shit again, you know? Like he keeps saying that. That's what sets a trap for himself. And he doesn't get that. That's what I say when I mean he's short-sighted. Like he makes these definitive comments that he ends up like, you know, walking into. He says he doesn't do drama content. Hey, if you want to be super technical, this could be considered doing drama content. Just because it's not on your channel, you're still going to other people's channels, bro.
do you really think you're the guy to be doing this though? Be honest.
This is so funny. I'm sorry. Okay. Tommy just asked Tipster, you really think you're the guy to be giving your political opinion at all, bro? Come on. Let's keep it real. That's so funny, dude. Dude, Tommy's essentially just saying, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. Okay, I know that's probably nobody else thought that, but that's what came to my mind.
You're entitled to do it. I'm not saying you're not entitled to do it.
Listen, you can have your... That's so funny.
You weren't the most politically astute person I ever met. I'm not saying I am. But I always thought I was a little better than you in this department, at least as far as just like knowledge, history, the whole night. Might be because I'm older. Like, I don't know. I mean, you might have really strong feelings about this, but I know you weren't anti-Trump. I mean, you have every right to be anti-Trump. I'm not telling you not to be. But Like, is this really you? I guess that's what I'm asking. Is this you?
This is good. I feel like this is good grilling, right? Is this you? Because a lot of people thought that this was kind of just pandering. A lot of people thought that he really just shifted community just because he was accepted here. So, I mean, but it's like, obviously, I'm assuming that Tommy hasn't consumed his content, and I can't say I have consumed any of this political content from Tipster. So dude, it'd be pretty big long con to be doing political videos for a whole year and not really believe in him. I'd be willing to give benefit of doubt that Tipster does feel however he presents in these videos. Hopefully.
Is this really you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it always you?
That's what I'm saying. Is like I've always been like left wing. I just never.
Yeah, but a lot of left wingers are
you got to remember, like a lot of people, especially in like the commentary space, like their whole thing was like, do not talk about politics because like you're just gonna cut your audience in half. You're gonna alienate half your audience.
Which you did.
And so that's why I kind of like kept it to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, to get along, get along with us, who were seen as publicly right wing. I mean, it's like
no, it wasn't that. It was more from an audience perspective of like you don't talk about.
See, it's hard to tell because obviously he nuked all his old content. But what do you guys think? Like, try to be really objective because listen to what Tommy just said.
Kind of like kept it to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
To get along, get along with us, who were seen as publicly right wing. I mean, it's like
no, it wasn't that. It was more an.
Okay, now publicly right wing, I think is maybe not the most proper technical way to label it, but you know, like I think there's plenty of examples where Nick will come into my streams and he'll say some like anti-women shit, and I'll be like, dude, that's so misogynist. Like I straight up call it out, right? Whereas if there's an example with Tipster, like Tipster would in the past play into shit and whatever it would be, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't remember moments where he would correct the people and stuff and all that. Like I don't remember his position really being clear, is what I'm trying to say, until recently, and that's why people are like lifting an eyebrow because he never really made a stance clearly. And it's not about being political; it's just about like where your beliefs are. You know what I mean? You did that too, though? No, dude. I can literally pull you an example right now of me correcting Nick and making my stance known. Like I've always been very clear. Like, bro, chill on the kind of chill. Literally, and in fact, even before, because I'm literally stating just an example from 2022 because I rewatched the Boblax getting bullied and I said nothing or stopped him, right? Because that's we discovered the other day when we live streamed that Boblax completely manipulated everybody to believe that I did nothing to stop Salvo from bullying him, right? When we reviewed the footage, not only is that completely untrue, but the fact is that Boblax edited out the parts where I was actually trying to stop Salvo and did stop him. And once I stopped him, Boblax edited out the parts where Boblax himself instigated Salvo and kept saying, oh no, call me retarded, call me, and kept fighting him. So it's like, what do you want me to do? Step between two grown adults? Like Boblax 25 years old, Salvo 27, 28. Like, it's like, so it was really disgusting. I got derailed, right? But basically what I'm trying to say is that in that same stream, like Nick was saying some shit and I was like, yo, come on, chill, right? But that was 2022. So maybe, but you can go back and literally watch clips that I've done from 2021 and yeah, I mean, literally, when you really think about it, think back, my era with these guys was just about a year and a half, like, or no, I guess late 2020 till 2022. Wait, 2022, oh no, I guess just over 2 years. Yeah, just over 2 years. But I've always been pretty like firm. I mean, I joke. I instigate and say shocking shit. Sure, I have cringe, edgy humor. I'll admit that. But when it gets too much, like I've always been kind of stand on what I say. Whereas I don't think it was the same with Tipster, but I could be wrong, guys. About Tipster, I could be wrong about Tipster because I didn't follow him super close. Yeah, Sosa, you're saying that I joked along, but that's what I'm admitting to. I don't deny that I joked along. Yeah. That's the difference, though, like you could always, or hopefully you could always tell that I'm like joking and memeing, right? But like I'm saying that you could tell my stance, basically, Whereas with Tipster, I guess from Tommy's point of view, it wasn't clear to the point that he thought that he supported the kind of right leaning adjacent or whatever. I mean supporting if there's any examples of Tipster supporting Mr. Medicare, I think it's clear that something happened in the middle, because Mr. Medicare is very famously known for being transphobic, and suddenly Tipster's a chaser. You know what I mean? Like, what? So something happened. You can't deny that something happened in between. But again, I wasn't around with Mr. Medicare that Tommy's saying that Tipster's supportive, so I'm only taking Tommy's word here.
From an audience perspective of like, you don't talk about that stuff because you're literally going to cut your audience in half. That's what like was always like nailed.
So why did you go so hard Keffels? That doesn't make any sense. So why did you go so hard on Keffels? So pro Keffels, who turned out to be a crook, by the way.
I mean, I'm not here to argue like in defense of Keffels or anything like that.
I didn't ask you to. Well, you went hard for her. That's a fact. I didn't ask you to argue in defense. You didn't fucking rip anybody off. I'm well aware of that. But you did defend her, and you went in with Keffels. It did feel like I'm jumping on a new bandwagon. I mean, honestly, Tipster, I'm going to tell you flat. I think you're apolitical. I think you always were. I don't think you're left. I don't think you're right. I think you're apolitical.
That is more accurate. I think that Tipster was apolitical until he was political, which I can understand. Maybe he was. Maybe he kept his politics to himself, but, you know, whatever. That's fine, too.
Very political. And I think this was...
Yeah.
That's the way I feel.
That's the way you feel, and that's fine, but, like, yeah, that's not right.
I never had these comments. The only thing you ever got...
What I meant was, if it went too far, and especially if, like, it was on my platform, I guess, right? Because it's also, it should be acknowledged that... Like when you host something, well, it can also be harder, right? Like when I would host shows and there was like more than 2 people in my call, it didn't just happen once. It would happen. There was quite a few shows that, because obviously happened in the Salvo Boblex. Like there was Salvo, Boblex, Nick, and Orange, and also another viewer called Mystic Babs, right? In that specific stream, it's like 5 people, and so many people talking at once stresses me out. So I'll shut down. But if I'm hosting and there's like 1 or 2 people, I can handle it okay, you know? But if I'm a co-host, I also sometimes shut down as well. So there was plenty of times also in RFC where I would just kind of like quiet down or just say off comments. Anyways.
Fucking charged up about, since I known you, I remember this conversation. What was his name? Not Billy Mitchell, the other fucking asshole, Todd Rogers, right? Because I remember having this conversation, boy, I bet Billy's next. And you were like, he is next. And he was. Mm-hmm. He was. Whether he did it or not, I don't want to get you sued. But like he was. You know, so it's tough to believe that this is all coming from your heart. Like I haven't. Well, maybe because you're not that much younger than me. Fucking, I haven't changed that much. I didn't change. The only thing I changed politically is when I went to Iraq.
Stop the point, bitch.
I don't know, man. It's very difficult for me to believe.
I mean, that's fair. Like ultimately, like you're free to have whatever opinion about it you want. But like no, like I just think my interests have changed, and so as a result of that, my content reflects that.
Well,
okay, so let me kind of give a point to both sides here. For Tommy, I agree. I think that like there's a lot of changes in people's lives from their teens and even from their 20s. Like I think that, you know, being post 30 for me gave me lots of like realizations that, damn, dude, when I was in my 20s, I was like, it's like a different person, right? Like people that want to say, oh, you're the same person when they bring up all the examples, like, dude, you haven't lived. You must be like, or if you're still the same, if anybody in the chat is still the same person they were a decade ago or 5 years ago, even 5 years ago, then I'd be surprised, right? Like even as 30, like, but like the changes kind of start slowing down as for who you are. Now, for Tipster's point, I do think that trauma can change a person. So maybe something, and I personally believe that going through internet stuff can be traumatic. So maybe that's what he would lean on that kind of changed his views. So I would have, if you were to, and that's the thing about Tipster. See, Tipster's so vague. You know, like Beaver in the chat was saying, he'll probably say we'll have to agree to disagree. And I mean, just now he said something pretty vague. Like, oh, you're free to believe that. He's so vague and he doesn't actually like go into his actual like thoughts, right? And feelings, that it's hard to really pin to what he's thinking. So if he were to say something like, hell, it kind of fucked with me what went on with the commentary and everything, blah, 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 right? Then, okay, I would say, okay, maybe there's some trauma there. Maybe that's why he changed. Because I won't lie to you, my mind was fucking fucked up last year for sure.
Am I going to see a fucking video in 3 months that's like Jeremy adjacent because it's getting more views? Because you're not getting the views you used to.
That's what? Sorry, I didn't.
And that's
that.
Jeremy adjacent. You know,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy?
Quarter.
Yeah,
Jeremy.
yeah.
Oh,
Gordon,
definitely
yeah.
not.
Yeah, no.
Me and Jeremy are on the complete. Like,
Yeah, but there was a time when you weren't. There was a time when you weren't. And by the way, you did go to work back in the day.
Yeah, but I think that the quartering has also gotten more extreme outright. I mean, I never consumed him, but he seems like a lot of people seem like they shifted way too hard. I think that's interesting how that happened, right? There's some creators that just like shifted, and I think Tipster shifted obviously to the left, but like he did it kind of late. Maybe that's what kind of confused people.
One of the things I always liked about you is, and I don't think you're like this anymore either, you didn't give a shit why somebody lost their channel, whether it was left, right, or in between. You cared that they lost their channel. You cared about censorship, right? And that's not necessarily a left or right issue. You fucking follow the line. Now, I think you'll be okay with the right winger getting banned.
I think I have a bit more of a nuanced perspective on it, where like I'm not like super on board with like deplatforming or whatever, but like if somebody's using their platform for things that cause like real world harm, then like
that's subjective, and that wasn't your fucking.
I mean,
view
obviously
back in
it's
the day.
subjective.
Yeah, but that's not what you didn't care back in the day. Now you do.
True.
Real world harm is 100% subjective. Free speech is what it was about. That's what you were about.
Mm-hmm.
You were 100% about free speech. Something I always respected.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But okay, I will say this. I think that the commentary community, right, as I came to know them, they were so free speech to the point that it kind of poisons them. Like they become too kind of not obsessive, but it's like then they kind of have to. I don't know. They treat the rules like the 10 Commandments, and they can't break them, right? And then suddenly the fucking community falls apart.
So I don't know. Like here's my fear. I'm gonna be completely totally honest with you. That Nick is gonna, because Nick's picks the bowbacks right now. You're gonna use this opportunity to come back, and hopefully everybody forgets all the other shit, and you get your channel back in order. Because like I guess fucking she's not coming back. Keffels, you couldn't support. Well, you could, I suppose.
She's not coming back.
I mean, it's not the future. You know that. If Trump wins, well, Actually, you're probably better off staying left. You're better off staying the opposite wing of whoever's in power. That's always fucking the smart move, because I started to see a move towards the left in 2017. Shocking.
Yo, thank you for the super chat. I mean, Blackbird, that's what's up,
you should
guys.
stay to the right until Trump got
Super
elected.
chat. Let's keep the stream alive.
But I'm not in it for like a grift or anything like that. These are like views that I genuinely have, and so my content reflects those views.
Dude, Tipster's voice is like 25 HP. Not quite 1 HP, but it's like, but I'm not in it for the grift. I'm just like, this is my content, reflects my actual views.
I don't believe you.
And I mean, I can tell you don't believe that.
I don't believe it.
You don't have to. I'm not here to.
I'm not here to destroy you. I am totally here to understand. I think I've been really fair, because you've seen me over the years. You know my content, right? I usually would start screaming at somebody like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I was here to take my lumps, and that's what I'm here to do.
He's taking this lovely lady lumps. Check it out. I'm sorry. I've never heard someone say I'm here to take my lumps. I'm sorry. Look, I gotta call out anytime that people on the internet use weird phrases, dude. Because I disagree. Also, the other phrase, if you guys watch my what's it called? Alexa Nicholas coverage, her husband and Cat Tenbarge, they tweet, and at the end of what they say, I fear, right? Like, oh, I'm a good journalist, I fear. It's like, Cat Tenbarge, please, I fear? Like, you guys seen people say that stuff? I fear at the end of a sentence? Please, you don't fear anything. Like, what? Oh, I fear. It's like supposed to be condescending towards the other person, I guess? Like, it sounds so cringe, dude. You're not Yoda. Abby, you want mod? Abby, I haven't seen you. Yeah, I'd have to see you at like, 3 straight streams in a row, and donate way more money. Just kidding. Look, we're struggling out here, guys, but I appreciate the support, Abby Blackbird. Thank you. How are you doing?
Are you taking your lumps just to get back in?
No, I don't want back in. I've made that really clear. Like, even the few interactions we've had that I've had with Nick or whatever, like I can own that I fucked up and I treated you guys poorly. Like I can 100% take accountability for that.
Well, yeah. What about that? What about those left wing Nazi? What about those left wing Nazi commies? Are they gonna fucking be okay with that? Because as far as they're concerned, we're killing.
Okay, here's the talking point. Tipster wants to say that he wants to apologize and acknowledge that he treated people poorly, but then what's next? He's just Okay, then he goes back to his own thing, right? Okay, what's weird about this is that like you never really hear a response. Do they accept his apology? Did he apologize to Nick? Did I miss that? Okay, because again, I'm blocked. I gotta go into like another Twitter alt to see freaking Tipster keeps referring to tweets that he's done to Nick. And if he apologized to Nick, I need to see if Nick accepted or not. So Edwin ate and left no crumbs, I fear. Oh god, see, doesn't that sound great? It does not sound great. But like, what's the point of apologizing? Okay, because say for example, Tipster's apologizing to Nick because the way he treated him, right? How did Tipster treat Nick that was so poorly, first of all? And second of all, what happens next? Nick accepts the apology? Well, how about the way that Nick mutilated you, bro? How about the way that Nick skinned you alive and like paraded you around for everyone to see? Oh, I guess, and that's what I mean. That goes back to the whole thing that kind of he was getting called out for, right? When he would always glaze Keemstar, even though Keemstar was probably one of the original humiliators of Tipster. And then again with Salvo would make fun of him, and then he would offer Salvo $175.
Killing fucking Jews in the Holocaust. Are you gonna be okay?
Yet I got blocked for calling it out.
You'll fucking be okay with that because as far
Okay,
what about those?
Sorry, Tommy just said something extreme, so I need to rewind a bit.
So what about those left wing Nazi?
about.
What about those left wing Nazi commies? Are they gonna fucking be okay with that? Because as far as they're concerned, we're killing fucking Jews in the Holocaust.
Okay.
Are you gonna be okay with that? Because I gotta be honest with you, I don't think your side is all that forgiving. I think our side's a little more forgiving. I mean, when I say our side, I don't mean the right. I mean the comment or whatever this clique is. Because I forgave you. I forgave you when you did me dirty. And I was nothing but nice to you. Nothing but nice to you. Fucking loved you, bro.
Yeah.
And I know we're not. When I say I loved you, I mean.
Also, okay. Sorry for pausing so much recently. I guess talking about forgiving, right? Since we're on that subject, because I keep bringing up how Tipster blocked me during that era where I called him out for thinking it was weird that he would offer Salvo $175 after Salvo had made. I found inconsistent, right? And here's the thing, because I don't know exactly if that was it, right? But I think it could be that in combination of the fact that I did it publicly. Now, him and I didn't really private message a lot, but I could see, and I would be willing to apologize. I would be willing to apologize if his reason why he hated me after that was because I did it publicly before letting him know privately or something of the sort, right? Because obviously we were cordial, and hey, Tipster did stick up for me in the past before, so maybe I should have given a heads up. I would be willing to apologize for him if that's what he got hurt, because I was I was streaming like every single day, and at the time, like I just felt like calling shit out as it was, right? But again, it's like at the same time, he didn't let me know if that was what it was. He never let me know in private. So I'm just taking a guess right now. Like I just came up, like I just thought of this, I think yesterday or today, that maybe that's why he actually hates me. And if that's the case, again, I would apologize to Tipster. Yeah. But he would need to also get on his knees for all the fucked up shit that he said after, you know? It's like that's the thing. See, for me, I don't understand how Tipster's like bending over backwards for everybody in commentary when everybody shout on him so much, right?
I mean, more content. Like we weren't the best fucking friends in the world even before that. I'm not trying to fake this shit, but I loved your.
Like you guys will see me interacting with Nick, even though he shat on me a lot, but you won't see me fucking asking him for forgiveness. That's the part that doesn't make sense. Like, why would I beg Nick for forgiveness or Tommy or anything? Tommy also did streams on me. Why would I beg it for forgiveness? This doesn't make sense with me with Nick with Tipster. That's the part that I'm confused.
I fucking loved it, and then I fucking sucked up my pride. And I just, you should apologize. You really should have apologized to me over emails, Trump. I'm a fucking decent father. I'm not the best in the world, but I didn't let my kid fucking starve. My wife called me up and said, the babysitter, who, by the way, called every fucking day at that point and said my son was sick, to the point where, like, if he just sniffled. And she called me, and she was closer walking distance than I was, said, well, she's choking, because you wanted me to walk over there. And I didn't want to do it because it was my day off. It was my day to stream with Dave. So I told her, you go pick him up. Oh, by the way, he's 8 now. He didn't die.
Yeah.
So I'm not a bad dad. I couldn't do that. You know what? I'm not the best, but I'm not a fucking bad dad. And you were okay to cash on that.
Here's what I'll say, Tommy. I was way out of line for that, and I thought I apologized to you for that.
No, you
Really,
apologized to Nick. You
Well,
never
I'm gonna do
apologized to
it
me.
But I'm gonna do it now, and I mean it. I'm sorry. I should have never did that to you. I knew you were a good father to your kids, and I should have never fucking done that to you. And I genuinely am sorry for that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Oh,
I'll take it.
wholesome.
I'm
Like
not,
I said, I can own that I treated you guys bad, and the way that I left, even though I don't regret leaving, I get leaving. I get leaving.
But he keeps repeating that. See, oh man, this is what I mean. Okay, now it's getting a little bit kind of like, oh, it's getting a little bit. It feels like it's starting to, like, chalk against the whiteboard. It's like, bro, he keeps repeating the same thing. Like, I treated you guys bad. Like, I left the community in a bad term. Like, bro, what? Define, like, a blanket apology is good if it's dropped and then you leave, If you just keep repeating it, it's like, no, okay, detail it. You know what I mean? Like, I personally don't mind a blanket apology. If he just said it, okay, sure. Let it play out, and over time, people can decide if it means something. But here you are, repeating the same thing, bro. Like, how did he treat people so bad? Okay, I get how he did it to Tommy. Tommy's presented it, right? The whole liking the tweet about his kid. I understand that. He apologized. Good. How did he treat everybody else bad? Making the tweet about Augie?
If my soccer thing took off, I'm fucking gone. I'm doing this once a week. Because the pedo shit drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. It's like, what did I get in this for? And I'm talking about fucking age of consent shit every week. I get that. 100%. 100% I get where you're coming from there. But you had to fucking fuck us over to get in with her. And she's a rotten person. I never did you that dirty. Yeah, I mean, I made fun of you. But I mean, everybody gets it in the ass. Like, fucking Nick's fat, you're fat, I'm fat. Everybody fucking get goofed on.
Hey,
you can't fucking get
I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
mad at us for that. Everybody's getting in the ass at all times. And here's the upside: we get paid. I don't get that, man. I don't fucking get that. Ugh. And you liked me because the reason you watched me is because I fucking punched up all the fucking time, no matter what it cost me.
Yeah.
I stuck up for you. I fucking forgave you without the apology, and I still stuck. Motherfucker, man.
Motherfucker, man.
Yeah, so you're right, chat. Some of this is beer, but I mean every word of it. You're right. I would have blown him up and made fun of him or something. But I fucking mean everything. I don't understand. Blowbacks, I get it. To some extent, because I think it's like if you watch Open Folders, which by the way you were involved with, by the way, like I get because you can see the pattern. The pattern is the same. But Nick said it's not the same. It's not the same guy he was. That's true. He's just Open Folders, and whatever's going on in his fucking life is like an overdrive. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. Well, I don't know. I don't want to fucking just yell at you. I want to enjoy myself. It's my fucking birthday, bro.
I don't know why I just yelled at you. It's my fucking birthday.
Can I ask a couple
Sure. No,
questions?
sure, Jeannie. Go ahead. By the way, it's my Tips. This is my new producer. She's doing a great job. Matt kind of moved on. I don't know if you know that, Tips.
No, I didn't.
Dude, that also took me by surprise. That was like a random. Matt kind of moved on. I don't know if you know that, Tip. He's got a whole new co-host. There's a new Matt Pitt in town, and it's a woman, dude. Dude, the wokeism is hitting even Tommy C show, dude. They're replacing even Tommy C with a woman, man. Disney Plus is hitting every corner, even fucking Tommy C, dude. I can't believe it. Tommy C Matt Pitt got replaced with a woman, dude.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Matt moved on. Here you go. He's Jeannie. Go ahead.
Matt moved on.
Yeah. So first question is
The way he says Matt moved on, it trails on. DEI, dude. Matt Pitt got the DEI treatment. Oh my god, that's too funny. Man, look, he did move on. Let's be real. Matt Pitt used to call into this show. Now he doesn't even pop in anymore. Shit, that's crazy, guys. And I have no hard feeling. I still love Matt Pitt, right? Matt Pitt was probably the first or second person from YouTube that hit me up up last year. So I'll forever have a place in my heart for him. But yeah. I guess I don't know if he's doing his now recording, or I mean he was last time I saw him when he had his little now recording echo of craziness going on over there. He was in there, so I'm assuming he's running that. But he doesn't pop in like he used to. I mean, shit. Connor has popped into more of my shows this year. I think he's popped into 2. Nick has popped into like 10 of them. Nick is a fan. Shit. All right. Rest in peace, Matt Pitt. We love you, bro.
Can you lay out directly how Bo Black's backstabbed you?
I wouldn't use the term backstab. My thing that I was communicating in that email was that Nick had mentioned on one of his streams that Bo Black did like this double speak mixed signals thing where he would like tell someone that he was like,
yeah, Matt was good to you, I think. Hold on. Yeah, Beaver, I think I listened to that one now recording from last year where he was trying to like, he was like the only one presenting my side, and you were like, yeah, I'm bored, Beaver. And then you had D-Max in there being like,
wait, you're telling me this is Edwin is actually a good guy? Hell no, I can't believe that. Yo, you telling me this woman is evil?
I was like, yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, I couldn't stand that. That was really hard listen.
was like cool with them or whatever, but then he would like turn around and say something different to other people.
I don't think you were
and
the
the
worst,
examples
Beaver,
that I
for the record, Beaver, you're okay.
gave, I actually tweeted them out, is first of all, there was like a time he DM'd me. He's like, by the way, if anybody ever reaches out to you and tells you like, I'm backstabbing you by like telling you that like, or talking shit about you in private conversations or on streams, I just want you to know I'm just joking. Okay. And so it's like, it was really weird, especially considering like the bully streams. There were things at the time he claimed he was joking about, but all of a sudden, like it was.
I got to be honest, I agree 100% with Tipster on this one. It was all bullshit. He was bullying you for money.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I would have bullied for you for money if I thought of it first.
Yeah, and then the other thing was the stream that I did with him and Keffels. We all came out of that call thinking that was like a positive conversation that ended well in the end of it. And then the next morning, like I woke up and everybody was pissed at me about that, like how I backstabbed Bo Blacks or whatever. Like, holy shit, like did I fuck up? So I DM Bo Blacks and I asked him like, hey bro, like I thought we had a good conversation, but if you like are upset about that conversation, like I'm genuinely sorry, right? And he's like, no, we're good. I thought that was a good conversation. Everything's cool now, right?
So now you know how
so like, you know what?
I believe every word you're saying. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. You can finish. I'm going to let you finish 100%. That's how I feel about you.
Yeah. No, like I said, I own it. I was a dick.
I hope so.
There's no other way to
look, with the couple shit, you literally did nothing to me. Nothing to me with couples. Nothing. And I was just like, fuck that guy. He took advantage of me. I'm going to take advantage of him. Because, you literally had to, all you had to do, because, I mean, we've had a million meetings with you over the years, and say, look, I want to do this. This is important to me.
So Tommy felt a little taken advantage of by Tipster. I guess, earlier in the stream, Tommy said that he felt like he gave Tipster a lot of boost, and it wasn't reciprocated.
And I want to leave commentary. I would appreciate if you guys let me be, because there's going to be a lot of shit I'm going to say. It's going to be fucking...
Yeah, Beaver, D-Max wanted your head. And for the record, Matt Pitt was always like gassing up D-Max. Like in my DMs too, like, bro, if it was like, if he came earlier, you guys would be great friends. I'm like, I really don't think so. But Matt Pitt was always gassing him up. And then what happened? D-Max ended up erupting, dude. It's crazy when my enemies end up erupting. But that's the thing. He's not my enemy. Like I was his enemy for some reason. Like I never communicated with the guy.
That's what I should.
And I think Nick would have respected it, because he's fucking. I mean, we literally got to fight over the trans shit.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. Yeah. Just like Bobax, like me and Nick, biggest bastards on the fucking planet, the total fucking bad, right wing fucking Nazis. And what happened when I was in Gran Canaria? I'm worried about Bobax. I'm worried about the transition. I'm worried about his.
I'm worried about the transition.
His well-being. If you would have told us about your sexuality, we would have respected that too. I guarantee it. Because if I would have came out with that, or Nick would have came out, my own audience would have turned on.
Dude, I can't believe how long this is. Dude, imagine calling into a stream and getting grilled like this for 30 plus minutes, dude. And again, I feel like this is 20, maybe like 30% of Tipster talking. Maybe 20 to 30%. It's mostly Tommy.
Turned on me. Because it would have been a total fucking fake. I've always presented myself as a libertine. Do what you want, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else. And if I came out and fucking...
All right, guys, I promise this would be a chat-based, community stream. So once again, I'll have to talk to the chat. What's up, Pi, by the way? Anybody in the chat, by the way, if you're a member, please, guys, donate if you can, all right? I want to do more streams. Your donations encourage the stream. First of all, I have to say that I have to pass the hat around like it's church, even though it's not Sunday no more. And if you're a member, connect your membership, your Discord, your YouTube to Discord, and you can join the server. We want to beef it up, maybe set up some movie game nights. Okay, now that I got that out of the way, D-Max. So D-Max, okay, I think he popped in last year. I don't know. Beaver's in the chat. He was co-host with them for a while, okay? So I don't know the exact lore. I didn't follow super closely. But basically, Now Recording is this channel that I actually promoted. Just before my cancellation. I helped him get to, I don't know, 1,000 or I don't remember. I think 1,000 subscribers. I got him quite a few, you know? So, they got this co-host, D-Max, who eventually, I actually can't remember. Okay, what was the drama? Let's see. Okay, so Beaver says, I only let D-Max join because Matt wanted him. And once D-Max left, everyone was like, Matt, we really hated that guy. So, yeah, Matt was really into the D-Max. I don't remember, actually, why the D-Max stuff happened. Wait, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember. Was it because he had, like, a bad take on the Mama Mac stuff? And decided to tag other people and everybody shot on him, and then it ended up being released that he was dating MAGA edits. Okay, I feel like I'm saying parts of it, I'm not sure. So, like, and this is the thing about internet drama, guys. Listen to it. Imagine saying this to a regular person, like your mom or one of your friends in the real world, right? So yeah, there's this guy D-Max in this commentary community, but he's like in the sub commentary community in this Now Recording podcast. He was a co-host, and he ended up getting kind of owned and blacklisted or canceled, blackballed, whatever, because he ended up having this really bad take and he just wouldn't budge. He even got his girlfriend, his internet girlfriend, let me be clear, because these people on the internet, they don't date people in the real world. So this internet girlfriend, maggot edits. Something like that. And then Peepaw got involved. Listen, guys, it's a call-in show. If people want to call in and summarize it better than me, right? We can make that happen, all right? Because I'm sorry, I wasn't fully there, but yeah. Vitamin in my server says, anyone remember how many live viewers Edwin used to get 2 years ago? Because right now it's 90. Bro, last night, 2 years ago, a bad stream for me would have been 300 viewers. Not bad, but low viewership stream would be like 300 viewers. I remember 2 years ago. You know, times change and it's fine. It's fine. And it's crazy that like everything that I was canceled for didn't stand the test of time. But you know what? I have to work. I'm not allowed to fucking correct people. It makes me look bad optically. I just have to move on. That's how it is. I can get back up there. But yeah, and to be fair, last year, even if you like put the drama aside, obviously last year I was inactive, so like the YouTube algorithm, honestly, I think the YouTube algorithm kind of fucked me. Let's see, Voltage Mike says Max had a dog shit take about Magenta Magnetar's GoFundMe that was vehemently backed by his girlfriend Maggot Edits. Okay, so and River. So that's basically what I said. Great. So I got it pretty head on. I'd love to call him, but I'm on the phone and it's in the middle of the night and I don't want to wake my neighbors. You can whisper, bro. I like the smaller audience streams. This feels less stressful and more friendly. Yeah, for sure. This is a chill stream, guys. And I want everybody to feel seen. Magnetar and Keemstar show editor? Wait, D-Max was also editing for Magnetar and Keemstar? So he also was technically a disgruntled employee? D-Max showed up to fill up the dead air. Oh god, I wish it was dead air instead. Oh my god. The thing is, like, I kind of enjoyed the Spurg shows, and then, you know, he showed up. But anyways, I do think personally though, when I started to watch it, I do think that the way he was kind of canceled or whatever, it's awkward to call a cancellation when it's like, you know, just like a member of the community. But whatever. I thought it went over the top personally, even though I don't like the guy. I think it went over the top. I will say that. Even though he didn't do himself any favors. All right.
thrown you out or exposed you or laughed at you for that, even though you didn't never maybe say Z's or anything like that, I would have been the bastard. I would have been in the wrong. And deservedly so.
Okay, notice what Tommy just said, by the way. Listen to what Tommy just said.
You or laughed at you for that, even though you didn't never maybe say Z's or anything like that, I would have been the bastard. I would have been in the wrong.
Okay, this is actually really important. Tommy just said, I would have accepted you as long as you didn't make me say Z, sir. Okay, hold on. I need to bring up exactly why it's important. And if somebody happens to have a parallel thought to what I'm saying, I will give you a pat in the back and be impressed. But I'm gonna pull it up right now. Let's see.
Well, because I was still kind of.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. Let's see if I can. Oh, damn it! I don't know if I can find the part. Yeah, okay. Forever Girl knows. I'm trying to find the part, right? Where basically he says Z, sir. Don't worry.
Actual content. That's why people are saying.
Okay, whatever. I can't find it. Okay. Basically, there was a DM from Boblax to Nick where he says, "Don't worry, I'm not one of those virtue signaling F slurs that are gonna say Z/Zer, right?" So, what's interesting between the Boblax and Nick communication, which I didn't really get to highlight in my stream, was that I think part of the way that Boblax would say stuff like, the person I relate to the most is this freak, right? Like he literally told Nick that he relates to a freak, a non-binary person. He linked a guy with boobs, or sorry, not to be transphobic or whatever. A non-binary person with boobs and a beard, okay? That transitioned from being a man. I will say that just to keep it vague as possible. And Boblax called that person a freak while saying that he identifies with them. So part of me believes that Boblax still speaks like this. Call it what it is, transphobic. I'm sorry. You can't say that you're like, oh, you support LGBT, yet you're calling trans people freaks. That's kind of, But I think that Boblax does that to fit in. So basically, a lot of the criticism that this is why I think that when people say that Boblax and Tipster are 101, I think it's kind of valid, bro. And that's what Tipster, Tommy's been saying to Tipster. They just kind of do shit to fit in. And I mean, seriously, why else is Boblax saying like, don't worry, I'm not one of those Z-Zers? Because he knows that that's how people generally feel is cringe. But like, don't worry, I'm one of the good ones. I'm one of the good non-binaries, right? Anyway, that's just the point I wanted to make.
And deservedly so. But I mean, I don't get why you do this. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand, and I don't know if you're telling me the truth. And I'm not being like unreasonable. I think I've been more reasonable with you, and I've not always been reasonable with callers. Yes, that who's the guy that fucking he transitioned to Monkey Jones's friend, and what's his name? Who's that guy I yelled at? It was on the second channel. Digibro, yeah. I wasn't exactly nice to Digibro. I didn't give a shit. But I mean, like, your own crew, that's what I don't get. Like, do you remember me sticking up for you? For the whole fucking thing that started this whole thing? Like, that's another thing I really want to ask you. When the thing came up to the lolly stuff, all right? You remember, I put my ass in the line, I stuck up for you, right?
I gotta say, I think that this is a big factor. What Tommy's saying, I think is a big factor. Sticking up for you, right? That was like a big thing in the community, and I think that played a big role as to why people ended up believing the worst in me and owning me. You're right, because they saw me as like, they didn't trust me anymore. They thought that me teaming up with Salvo, even though Salvo was going against them, and me not sticking up against Salvo with them, right? They thought that I was, but really I just started to see everything as like, everything's fair game, let's just play it. Because at the end of the day, I didn't think shit was that serious. Like I didn't see anything that Salvo was saying as like super serious, right? I mean, some of the things were obviously over the top. Like I would criticize him just as anybody else, but like I didn't think it was worth playing team sports for. I didn't see Salvo as a threat, I guess. Whereas other people did. Other people legitimately saw Salvo as a threat. So I guess that was the big disconnect. And I think we see an example here. Tommy is also someone that didn't see Salvo as a threat, so that's why he wasn't particularly upset at me for that. But Nick has told me that he definitely did, and that's like a reason why it definitely played a role for him as to why he didn't trust me. Like, he literally thought everything that Salvo would say was facts, and like, he thought that me and Salvo would conspire and shit. It's like, no, bro, what, no, like, he felt like anything that he would say would go back to Salvo. Like, bro, why? Like, and none of those criticisms that Nick thought or even said in his videos or live streams last year ended up being factual or stand the test of time, right? Like, you can see, like, that's what I mean about when people, like, you can be criticize someone, but let them live out what you think, and if it doesn't stand the test of time, then you were wrong, and that's okay, right? Like, I didn't turn out to be the fucking person that they painted me to be.
You're right. During that,
and I appreciate.
Someone doesn't want to call in because I gotta pee.
And I know you use some of my stuff and stuff like that because, but you know what it is. Here's what I think happened. I think we literally the same thing happened.
Yeah, they were both called fence sitters, and here's the thing. I wasn't a fence sitter. I like to get people together. I was like, oh, bro, I see your side and I see your side. Why don't we talk it out? The merge just happened. You guys remember the merge? Good times. Guys, like up the stream.
You got sick of us optics checking it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest. You got sick of us because you realized, just like more than you think, because we used to go to you and tell, it's like, this is the fucking good narrative, and you would do it every time, right up until then.
Is that an optics check?
Kind of. Basically, fucking regurgitate. You always regurgitated what we suggested to you. And it wasn't when we weren't doing it. We weren't doing it to fuck you over. We weren't doing it to fuck you over.
See, like, when I think of optics check, I think of like if I say something and you guys kind of like check me on it, like this is like a stupid.
All right, yeah.
No, an optics check, I guess, is when you're like, hey, so do you think? I mean, everyone does optics checks. It's just these like commentary labels that make it weird, and even Tipster's like second guessing, like, is this optics check, right? But say for example, you're like, should I text this person this, right? That could be considered an optics check, but whatever. Everyone does it. Literally everyone. Like you've probably done it when you're like, oh, should I text this girl I like this or this boy I like, right? That's kind of what is being referred to here. And yeah, everyone that did it. And I guess Tommy's saying that he got sick of not agreeing with everybody else's optics, or yeah, I mean there was like the house group chat, with like me, Willie, Turkey Tom, Nick, Connor, Oblax, Augie. I think that was it. And at one point though, it did have Tipster and then he was kicked out of that group chat. So it for a while people like thought that his opinions were always kind of whack, and he like, like his singular, he kind of, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I don't think that literally happened, but I mean, we would tell you like this is probably the way to go, and it was always it was pre-optic check if you want to look at it that way. Because I always felt like when the whole thing happened, because I wasn't a part of it, and like I said, I'll say it again, you do shit to me, and the whole Catholic thing, that you just started. It feels like Bobax, like you just started to resent them after a while. I'm grateful that I've been optics checked. By the way, I got optics checked by something by Nick with Dr. Disrespect. That could have been career ending had he not done it, and I appreciate it. I don't think to myself, well, I wish I would have been able to say my narrative because that was my thoughts and my feelings, and why do I have to listen to Nick? No, I was like, that way. Why weren't you grateful? I don't understand. Like all you motherfuckers saw me lose sub for years, saw me fucking fight the uphill battle. You got your fucking plaques and shit, and then you resented the people that got you there. I don't
got your plaques. Look, this is a side note. I hope Tommy gets 100K at some point in his life. He deserves it. He's been around for so long.
Get that. And I don't care if I ever get a fucking thing. But I mean,
well, I guess he doesn't care.
That's all you guys grow. Get that shit? And I was always fucking like rooting you on. Bobax, you, Illuminati, name the motherfucker. Willie, even on the good side. Tom, I never ever fucking got jealous. Ever. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Whoa, what the hell?
You could have been friends with fucking her. I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care about her.
No, you didn't.
But she wanted
Like I said, we
she
were-
wanted a piece of Nick's ass, didn't she? Be honest.
What is going on, dude? This like rant is going in different directions. Kind of funny. Nick or Keffels wanted a piece of Nick's ass.
I mean, if she did, I didn't know.
Come on, man.
I didn't know if it's true, but
I knew that she didn't like Nick, but I don't know if she was like.
You don't think
running
if
for
she saw the
presidency.
opportunity, like you saw the opportunity with me and the shit that I said on Breakfast and Beer with my son, you don't think she would have swooped in? Let's be honest. Come on.
yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't know.
Dude, I remember clearly there was a period where Keffels was trying to talk to a lot of commentary guys. I was like, excuse me, I'm missing. Why am I not considered? I would be more friendly to transmedia. Why am I not getting a follow or a DM, right? Willie Mack got a DM. I'm pretty sure Nick did. Yeah, they even had a fucking conversation on Twitch. And, you know, Boblas got a DM. So, like, yeah, come on, Tipster. Be real, bro. Yeah, if it was up to Keffels, she would be friends with Nick.
You want to throw her on the bus, do you? She's gone. She didn't care about you. She never cared about you. You're a means to a fucking end, just like all her fucking fans. I think that's what drives me crazy about you the most. Because
Be happy you didn't hear from Keffels.
Max, fucking Augie. Remember, Augie took my side, or your side over mine during fucking, even prior to open folders. And then Nick just took you in.
Yeah, Keemstar was on her stream, and I remember everyone was like freaking out. Oh, Keffels called Keemstar a pedophile, but nobody gives a fuck when Keemstar calls me a pedophile. I'm completely unprompted, right? Ugh, fucking commentary double standards. But seriously, Keemstar, and again, Keemstar, someone that literally dated a teen, right? And she's no longer a teen, so good for him. But oops.
You in, even though he thought you were a fucking idiot. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. This is becoming a bigger lecture than I want it to be.
Can I ask another question?
Sure, man.
Sure.
Okay, what's your
Sure.
favorite Resident Evil game?
Oh my god. You guys, I wanted to go live for 90 minutes. We've already passed the mark. Oh my gosh. All right. By the way, Clara in chat. Are you Clara? Are you Clara? Sorry. Are you with the hand?
Resident Evil 2. I think pretty much everybody knows that, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really watch
Look.
it. Honestly, I would have thought it would have been 8 because of the big titty goth mommy, but
I mean, big titty goth mommies are pretty nice. You know, I'll say that
Yeah.
much.
yeah, let me just-
That's another thing. I
Yeah,
stuck up
I-
for you.
Heisenberg
I
girl
stuck
like
up
that.
for you when you were flirting with other chicks. And everybody was fucking all these fucking right wing idiots. And by the way, I'll stick up for that. We're fucking like, oh, you're not loyal to your wife. And like, I'm married, and my wife doesn't care. Like, look, I've said.
Oh yeah, I remember Augie did a stream shitting on Tipster big time. And if anything, you could say I was kind of like, I was playing devil's advocate. Like, I just don't think it's, whatever. But then it's, okay, it gets weird when, like, you play devil's advocate for somebody like Tipster who flirts with many women when he's married, right? It's like, you don't really want to do it. But, like, yeah, I wasn't shitting on him, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Said stuff to Ginny live, not privately. I don't
It is me with the hand. What the hell, Clara? We need to hear from you. You should do call-in.
make sure. Seth, who's here now, and I've done the whole sex Howard Stern thing. Everybody knows it's fucking jokes. Everybody knows it's good. And
Okay, Beaver. Okay, look, Beaver. If you put in perspective, what I said is probably a better option than the alternative, right? What is the alternative? Think about that. The alternative is probably, I don't know. I don't know if it's PTSD inducing, or I don't know what. I know it sounds off, but it's probably.
And I always stuck up for you. Always. Everybody calls you a degenerate and you didn't love your wife and all that shit. And I always, with Dojangles, fucking everybody, I stuck up for you.
Yeah, you did. I appreciated it.
I also, I don't know about stuck up, but I gave tips to a W with the whole Dojangles thing too.
Well, I'm not going to blame you for the fucking, I was going to bring up the fucking, I get the blocking thing. I get that. I didn't give a shit. At that time, I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't give a shit about
it.
It
Was a stupid fucking.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit.
I could have had a conversation.
I would have used you on that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit. But I would have never done that if you just say, like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this fucking, everybody's fucking a pedophile. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting involved in something I believe in. This whole trans rights horse shit. And I do think it's horse shit, by the way. Deal with it. But but I could have respected it. Maybe that's what you're passionate about. I could have totally respected that. Honestly, there's nothing in my history, nothing that would say otherwise.
Yeah.
You pissed away a good friend. I just want to let you know that. And you know what? Nick was a good friend to you too.
So Tommy's saying Tipster pissed away a good friend, Tommy, and Nick was a good friend. Yeah, Nick is a good friend until he's not.
You know what, Augie fucking loved you. Maybe you're right on Bovax, but you just remember when I fucking bitched about Bovax, nobody listened to me. You pissed away some good friends. And you know what? Maybe that's punishment enough. I don't hate you.
I can 100% own that like I should not have treated you guys the way that I did.
You guys. I'm sorry, Tipster. You have now created more confuzzles. Okay, who is you guys? Who have you treated badly? I hear you. I have heard you apologize to Tommy because of some tweet you liked 5 years ago. Okay. Who else did you treat badly? Does anybody know what Tipster's referring to? Is he referring to a singular tweet where he compared Augie to alt-right adjacent?
I'm sorry.
All right, bud. We'll leave it at that, all right? You took your lumps. Is there anything you want to talk about?
You took your lumps? Bro, please. You took your lumps?
I really had to get that out of my chest.
I mainly came in just to talk about like the vault thing and how like I felt genuinely bad for that when that happened.
Oh, the vault thing? That wasn't even your fault. That was Vault's fault and my fault for being an asshole. You know what? Here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm a fucking jerk off. I treat my friends like shit. And fucking, look, what you post is your problem. You know, I was never going to criticize you for that. You know, if you want to take the chance and criticize zombie douchebag. By the way, that's kind of proof right there that you were on our team on that one because she was a left-wing loon. Would you criticize her now?
I think that a lot of the ways that she handled things were like insanely over the top. So like, yeah, I actually stand by some of the criticisms I gave her.
I got.
Oh my God,
Stop worrying about. Well, maybe it isn't the right advice. Here's the thing: it's the wrong advice if you want to grow. It's the right advice if you want to be respected. Talk about what you know about. Talk about what you.
Yo, Vitamin, don't you have some opinions you want to call in for?
Believe in. I think that's where you went astray at the end of the day. I think that somewhere along the line that stopped. Because look, the gaming thing, we're all passionate about it. We're all into it, man. You know, we're all into this YouTube thing. You know, it's fed my family 4 years now, and I'm proud of it. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Maybe I'm a loser, but you know what? I'm not that bad. I just bought a house.
All right, guys, we have a caller. Yo.
Hello. Yo.
All right, chat. Can you guys hear Vitamin?
Check. Double check.
I want to do streams like this where it's just chill, no specific. I mean, this is kind of a topic, but I want to invite people who have their opinions. And today, thank you so much for joining us, Vitamin.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
And you know, you can talk about potato salad, but maybe some to the relevant topic. I'll be listening. I'll just be in the toilet. You can't.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hopefully you can hear me, but
I still can. Okay, but let's be honest. Like, cold potatoes aren't supposed to be eaten. Have you ever had like the potatoes in a salad, the cold ones on the bottom of the plastic thingy? It's just not good. You need pasta or something, you know? Like, and potato salad, it's just cold potatoes. Fuck that, you know? Fuck that. Good. And also, like, Tips would eat cold potatoes, you know? Do you want to be Tipster? Fuck no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really passionate about this. Tuna salad is good. I mean, egg and potato salad is the bomb. I mean, egg salad is good. You know? Come on, guys. Like, it's just not good. Yeah, right, Jay, so ban potato salad. We should ban potato salad. I'm sorry, my speech is just fucked up right now. I just can't handle this, you know. It's just my passion, you know, hating on potato salad. Egg salad goes hard and is way better than potato. Right. And like, okay, put a 1 if you want, if you hate the potatoes on the bottom of the salad, the gold ones, the plastic things you buy in the store. 2 if you don't. The pressure of being up there talking about your passions, right?
Wow.
I know, right?
Wow.
Okay, we're having a poll right now.
You did great. You did great, honestly. I enjoyed that. I actually enjoyed that while peeing on the toilet. I was like, okay. The potato salad rant was not as bad as I thought it would be. And not that I thought it would be bad. I just wasn't sure what you could say about potato salad. I didn't.
Meanwhile, I'm here imagining you peeing, and this is what I get back from you.
Oh yeah. Well,
I thought our bond was stronger than this, Edwin. Come on.
Look, you did great. Okay, let's just leave it at that.
Okay. Thank you.
That was great. Are you gonna
Thank
pursue your dreams of? Well, I don't know if your dreams. You gonna become a commentary, or maybe not commentary, YouTuber or casual?
I like to do some streams. I think I can be good at it. And put some jokes in there, And there are some topics I have opinions on. To be honest, Tipster, I don't really give a fuck about.
Right.
I don't know, it's just Tipster, he's a bit of a weirdo, but I don't mind him. I think a lot of the Tipster hate is a bit overdone.
Right.
But
I feel the same. It's like I don't really understand the A-logness. It's like, okay. But like also I do see how he kind of invites a lot of it. Like right now it's kinda like,
yeah.
This is like, bro, you're not helping your case.
There are some people who like just attention, and the only way they can get it is by getting bad attention. I think Tipster is one of those people.
Oh, fudge.
It's a bit of the walkout gene.
It could be flamenco style, right?
Very true. But like, I'd rather speak about Boblex because there's a lot of opinions. I haven't seen. Like, people should have shit more on Nick. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
He's just bad friend, best friend. Like, if I had a friend who made his job online stuff, I wouldn't like fuck his shit over like he did with you, with Flamenco. I mean, he was not friends with Flamenco, but with John Swan, don't fuck over your friends like income.
Right. Yeah. Seriously, that's the thing. I do disagree. I do agree with that, and disagree with like when they're, and that's what I said earlier. I said when they're your friend, they're a good friend, sure. But like when they don't see you as their friend, they see you as a complete like mortal enemy. And like Nick said a bunch of like untrue shit, and I noticed like the some of the stuff that Bolex was saying about me, and for example like Olivia shit, like he's like, oh, he just wants to fuck people. Like Bolex would say like the exaggerated, extreme, ridiculous stuff, but sometimes it was stemmed in something that Nick had said before. Like Nick would say stuff. He had made a tweet originally, but like Edwin has this pattern of dating victims that he interviews. I'm like, huh, bro, what? Huh, dude, I was like flirtatious with Olivia for like a month, and that's not dating, or even like he's like trying to like build like a case against me essentially, and people took it super serious. And then, of course, Boba just exaggerates and says crazier shit. But yeah, like, there was nothing there. And that's the thing. With Nick, I think he does have an ego where he doesn't own up, or he, like, will try to just, like, talk over shit with layers of sarcasm where it's kind of like, ugh. And, for me, I'm not at the point. Like, I'm just enjoying the Boba accent for now. At some other point, I'll be more...
I really want you to revisit the video I sent in the Discord. Also, people, if you want to join the Discord, go to Discord, link your YouTube. If you have linked your YouTube at, let's see, what is it? Connections. Then you have a button to join the server. Just saying. But I really want you to review that live stream of Boblex, because he called you some insane shit like Predator and shit, and I don't know.
Really? Oh,
I think
God,
it would
so
be
long.
good. Yeah, that, like you said, another scene was insane, but I think this one was like really, really bad. I think it shows Boblex's character a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like Boblex will take it to a level where it's like, that's why it's like I feel like I couldn't converse with Bo Blacks like I could converse with Nick, even though like I acknowledge that Nick has like an ego that he said a lot of fucked up shit that I would like to address at some point. But it's not like a priority. Like I don't think it's beneficial for me to stay stuck on personal shit. But yeah, at some point, let me see what he says.
I totally agree. Like
Can't find
in
that
the
word,
end,
predator.
the more you look back, the more other people will look back, and it might like create negative things. You know, I think it's better to stay on the positive and look forward instead of backwards. Yeah.
Let's look at an example of something, a random thing that Boblak said. Okay.
Try to search for Predator or something, maybe.
I'm just searching. I searched a Savo name. Let's see what I'm gonna screen share it with you.
Yeah, thanks.
And then later on, he either omits information. He just lies.
Okay.
This twice. He did this with the Salvo ableist thing, and he did this with the.
Wait, I'll rewind here more.
Negative assumptions about stuff I don't know about in regards to Edwin now. But I just, literally, he's such a fucking liar. He's just such a liar. He's like, oh, everything's out of the table. I'm gonna finally admit it to you after I got caught and you confronted me. And then I'm gonna lie in my confession where I bring everything out on the table. He did this twice. He did this with the Salvo ableist thing.
Bro, Boblax, please, dude. I can go through the fucking DMs and you can tell me which is the lie, because this is so ridiculous, dude. And I've never sat through this, okay? But it's like, please, let's go through the DMs and show me the fucking lie. He's so ridiculous. Like, it's so wild to hear him call me a liar, dude.
And he did this with the
isn't the
Olivia
bad
thing.
part, if I remember right.
I mean, probably not, but I saw in the transcript he says something a little ahead, and I just rewinded to get the context.
He apologizes, and then later on, he either omits information. He just lies to me in the apology. There's no way, and Babs said this. There is no way that Edwin fucking met Salvo in real life and was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have been ableist to Boblax," even though he told me he did that. There's literally no way. He's.
It's like, see, this is the thing, and this is so funny that like we watched Boblax's private stream where he said like, you know, people don't trust me, they don't give me the benefit of the doubt. You know, I don't want friends like that. He is that friend. I'm telling you right now, he is that friend. He, for some reason, didn't want to believe that I told Salvo to chill out on Boblax, even though I did, and Salvo fucking corroborated it. You know, like so it's like, dude, you are that friend, and.
But it's still stupid. Like, it's like handling him with kid gloves. Who cares if he's being ableist against you? Like, if you don't like it, say it to Salvo yourself, you know?
That's the thing.
You're a fucking grown-up.
True. Like, he's mad I don't defend him enough. It's like, bro, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't fucking control Salvo. Like, sure, I try to tell him one thing, but like, what do you want me to do? Like, he wanted me to be fucking publicly humiliated. And again, this is like 2 days after my last conversation with maybe a day or two after my last conversation with Boblax. So he like never really, you know, he is what he described in his stream, but
He's probably sharing my DMs, or he's probably laughing with Salvo about the fact that I
sharing my DMs. No, that was you. You did that on fucking Twitter.
even called him about it in the first place.
See, he's assuming the worst. Oh my god.
Apparently, according to Babs, they were talking shit about like literally every commentator under the sun, including Keemstar, on their
you believe that? Oh my god, dude.
way to Keemstar's house.
It's cringe. Anyway, I don't know how to get to a crazier part though, but this is just like crazy.
It's been so long, so maybe I should clip it or something.
Yeah, if I can get to more specific, because it's 2 hours and like this is just like, you know, I've not sat through this, and it's like, you know, Edwin poop emoji stream. But like I said, literally, if Boblax wanted to test me on any fucking stream he's done about me, I can just be like, bro, try me. Anyways. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna finish up this fucking Tommy stream. Even though I said I would only do 90 minutes, I'm gonna just find and finish it. Thank you for calling in, Vitamine. Maybe next time.
No problem.
Next time, if you can find a clip that's more crazier, we could. Or see, but I don't want to do more Boblax streams because it's like, literally, guys. hey, if somebody wanted to see that bag and made that big donation, I would fucking do it. But like, it's not worth it anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. Also, you don't want to be a logger, right?
A
Boblex
logger.
a logger. I mean, I
But
don't know.
a logger would be the current actions, I think. I mean, this is like
Okay.
finally addressing the shit that people wanted me to address so bad, right? But don't care now.
True.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, bro. I'll see you in the chat.
Peace out. Don't eat potato salad.
Don't eat potato salad. Okay, guys, that was Vitamin. Worst thing about Bobby is he wants respect, etc., but he has never had it. Bobby has never been that guy. Could you drop your Discord link in the chat? Are you telling me that you do you have issues connecting your YouTube to the Discord? Because it should automatically let you have an invite or like pop you in. But if you have issues, because yeah, like I've been getting so many new members in the past like couple months, and I don't think I've had any new members in the past couple months. So if that's the case, I will have to share the link of the server. But let me know if it doesn't let you. And I don't know if I have to look into it or what. Argy is live? Oh shit. Well, I'm just finishing up, and then yeah, you know, you guys can go. But like, you know, Augie, honestly, the same. Like, it's awkward, the whole like things that people were cool one point and they're not. Like, I talked to Augie last year once, and his kind of attitude, because he talked a lot of shit too. Obviously, you know, he hosted some live streams about me and got hella views and shit. And like I could go through his streams too, and the shit he says is crazy, bro. I mean, not in the same kind of way though, in a different way where he's kind of hearing, because he had Keemstar call in and even Mutahar, and they're all just eating up Keemstar shit, right? It was more of like listening to him talk, and like they're just eating up Keemstar's balls for some reason. And you know, when I ended up talking to Augie, like in the middle of last year, his attitude was a lot less resentful. Like he was just kind of like shocked and like, oh yeah, well, I was like, damn. I told him, you said a lot of fucked up shit. He's like, yeah, what did I say? Like, well, for one, you told me that I should hang myself, and he's like, oh, did I? Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, yeah, I did. So it's like, you know, so like I can't. Obviously, I'm not cool with anything that Augie said, right? And it's like a crumbled piece of paper and shit. And even with Nick, because it's fucked up. But like, I guess the difference between someone like Augie or even Nick is like, versus Boblex, is that attitude is that they don't hold that kind of permanent feeling of resentment. And because I'm not that type of person either. And neither is, and whereas Boblex, you know, Boblex hates my core. Completely unjustified, and he believes everything to 1000%. Whereas like, you know, like he would probably want to debate me or whatever on bullshit, like if he actually had the balls, right? On anything that he said. Whereas when I talk to Augie or Nick casually, they actually want to listen and be people. All right. Gosh, it's like, do we even want to finish this at this point? My AirPods are even dying. I guess they barely last 2 hours.
No,
I mean, I don't think.
Oh gosh, my right one died. I need to change up to my Beats. But I will say, and I'm so excited that I gotta upload 2 more segments of Boblex. And like the thing is, Boblex doesn't even really bring views, you know, like you guys can see my 2 uploaded clips. Again, also they are kind of late, I guess, in the game, but they don't really bring in that much views. So I can't wait till it's over. But I will say, I feel like it's giving me more freedom and confidence to speak up. And I guess that's the difference with Tipster, because we've heard a whole lot of nothing throughout this call with with Tommy, you know? So it's like, he just says, I'm sorry I treated you guys wrong. Bro, what did you do? I don't know.
I don't think you're.
Thank you, Beaver. Appreciate it, dude. You've always been straight. Peace out. Let's see what else the chat has said. Could you drop the link to Discord? Yeah, let me know. I do not personally. Oh, you don't personally Discord? Are you saying you don't? Oh, you're saying on behalf of chat. Oh, Belinda. Oh, okay. So if anybody here is a member and is having issues connecting, let me know. But yes, guys, if you guys have any spare money, donate. Consider donating. Mercedes says, I remember that wild allegations against Edwin just because it affected him personally. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you know, I couldn't respond because I was affected. Thank you for being a member for 40 months. That's what's up. That's what's up. Clara, good to see you're still kicking. Oh yeah, Clara. Yeah, you said you're not interested in calling in, which is fair. That's respectable. But I am curious. Kind of your perspective.
Have a good evening, Edwin.
Times have evolved. Thank you so much. Woohoo! We had a super chat, guys. $10. Hell yeah! Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Clara, one day I'd be honestly curious about your perspective and how it's evolved, right? Because that's the thing people forget. Feelings, emotions, and thoughts evolve. And sometimes on the internet, everybody acts like it should be consistent 1000%.
You're a loser for this. Like you're doing something you love for a living, and like you said, you bought a house, you feed your family off of it. Like,
yeah, well, I don't see my internet friends. I don't see my internet friends as future content. If they want to make themselves future on it, and I don't think I've ever used anybody for content that didn't fuck me to begin with. I don't think I've ever done that. And I've taken fucking L's for guys like Kraut that were in some cases in the fucking wrong, but I stuck with them because I didn't want to be that fucking guy that just jumped on it because his train was there. And maybe that's what you should do in the future, whatever.
Well, so, in any case, I don't want to, derail your birthday stream any further. But
I'm glad we had this talk. I gotta be honest, I feel good. I'm glad we had this talk. All right.
Okay. I just want to end it by saying that I can own up to my mistakes, that I didn't handle my departure in the best way, and I genuinely apologize for that. And I don't expect forgiveness.
I don't care about that shit. I would have helped you if you came to me, even with the sexuality thing. I would have never exposed you for that, ever.
Oh no!
Do you believe that? I guess I need to hear that.
No, I absolutely no, because I seen your comments on it at the time. I thought it was really fucked up that got outed.
I didn't like it. And I've never outed anybody sexually. I've never outed anybody sexually ever. And by the way, here's the funny part. I don't believe in your sexuality. I think it's complete bullshit. You're gay or straight. That's
I don't believe in your sexuality.
Yeah, accept it or don't accept it. But I never, even though I don't fucking believe in that shit, I still respected you enough to think that was fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a right-wing wacko. Maybe I'm a fucking just regular dude.
I don't want to derail the stream, but I have a question for Tipster.
No, let him go. He's taking enough from me. Let him go. No, I'm sorry.
No, I want to ask him a question.
He can ask me.
One question. I'm going to let him go because I've beaten him for like an hour.
Smaggle, last year, on my second stream return, wanted to debate me. But then I talked to him and he's like, hold on, I need to look up your situation because I don't actually know. But that would have been funny, huh? Smaggle, debate me, bro.
He can ask it, and if I don't want to answer it, I just want to answer
it. All right, fine. Go ahead.
So, I just want to know you because you said you want to build up, like you want me to unblock you and whatever. So, answer me this question and I'll unblock you. During the Chris Tyson thing, you said that the drawing that Chris Tyson got was Bella Delphine-esque. Could you explain that? How is that drawing of...
Oh my god. Hey, props to Smaggle for still putting people up to their feet to the fire, though, right? Apparently, Tipster said something that like a drawing that what's his name, Ava Tyson had. It was Belle Delphine-esque. How I don't know. That's the awkward take, bro. It's like, Tipster went out of his way to give takes that were just, weird.
Of a child, Bella Delphine-esque.
I'm not interested in relitigating all that shit.
I guess that's a no.
I'll say this. Here's what I'll say about that is that the initial defenses of Chris Tyson were based on
I'm not interested in defending my bad take.
The fact that they were facing legitimate transphobia. But as more information came out about Chris Tyson, there's no defense there. They've done absolutely ridiculous.
Okay. So now he's being political. And I don't mean that literally. I mean, he's doing the political response. But this is what I mean by short-sighted. He'll defend something emotionally wise, right? Because a trans person is getting transphobic comments, which they were. Obviously, if you look anywhere on X, Ava Tyson, at the very beginning especially, was getting a lot of transphobia comments. So that's what kind of I guess, brought Tipster to make a bad defense, defense. And then eventually becomes too much that even he's got to say, never mind.
Ridiculous stuff that they should not have been doing. And there's no defending them. I can tell you, as somebody who's very much involved in queer communities, nobody's defending Chris Tyson now.
He's like, we all agree. Don't worry. Me and all my queers, we don't like Ava Tyson.
Yeah, there is.
They made their bed and now they're sleeping in it.
No, Chris Tyson's fucked. No.
No one is defending Chris Tyson.
Not everybody's a transphobe, Tipster. It's the truth. Not everybody on the right is a transphobe. You know what? I think this might get you fucked up, but not demand is the wrong word. I want you to hear that everybody's either libertine or on the right is a
Libertine.
transphobe. That's what I want to hear. Everybody that's on the right. This is I know if you're fucking really sorry. I want you to tell me that everybody that's on the right or libertarian, is not a transphobe in every case. That's all I want to hear out of your mouth. And
I've never believed that everybody.
I want you. I don't
believe that.
I just want to hear you say it.
Well, I'll tell you right now. No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that everybody that's on the right, even Christians, or far right Christians, are transphobes or libertarians. You don't believe that.
No, not everybody. No.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm good. I'm not gonna. Yeah, you took a beating. You took a beating.
I mean, it's why, like, because I heard.
I'm done.
Yeah, it's why, because like I heard on the stream where you're like, this isn't going to be an easy conversation for you. It's
well, no, you took it like a man. I whatever, if I'm allowed to say that.
You took it like a man. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, bro. Pansexual is still a man. He's not right. He's pansexual. He's still a man. He's not non-binary.
I have no problem admitting that. Like, I've made mistakes in the past. I don't necessarily agree with everything. But I do own the fact that, like, yeah, I've made some really fucking stupid decisions, and I think you guys have every fucking right to hate my guts.
All right, fair enough. You're done. You've done your penance. For me, you've done your penance.
For what it's worth, Tommy, when we were friends, I always appreciated you as a friend, and I do acknowledge that I fucked that up, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. I wish you the best, and I hope things your YouTube career, and if they don't, I hope you fucking enjoy the whole gaming YouTube sphere. Whatever you want to do, and I wish the best for you. I really do. It's not bullshit. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking. I don't know if we're fucking going drinking next week, but I mean that. I mean it almost the same way I mean for Bobax. I hope things get better for him too. I do. I know you guys. I mean, I don't fucking want you to die or anything, for Christ's sakes. But I'm glad you said that, because I know by saying that you put yourself at great risk for the more radical elements of
this is funny. So basically, that was the statement that convinced Tommy that, you know what? Okay, you're good with me then. You know what? You can call into my shows. You're good. All right, we don't have to be haters.
The left, and that's what I wanted to hear, and I'm good. So
that's cute.
Penance done. You're good with me. We are officially good. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you, but we're good. All right? Is that fair?
Okay.
All right?
Fair enough.
Happy
birthday. Much love to you.
Thank you for the donation. All right. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
All right. That was it, guys. Okay, now to address Clara's chat. Sorry, we're just so close to finishing, but you asked what specifically is involved. I haven't watched a lot of this whole time till Boblax got kicked. Well, yeah, anything specific. I mean, not specifically, right? I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised that that's why I was there. I was like, wait, is this Clara, the one with the, with the hand? Sorry, because obviously, from what I thought you were anti-Edwin. From my memory, last I heard anything about you, I'm kind of. Let me see. I don't know if I should look at my receipt here. I don't want to bring myself any sort of trauma here, but there was like a specific point in a call with a certain somebody where they cited you as a source of hatred. And I was like, oh my goodness. Let's see what they said. I forgot what they said. What did they say? I don't know. It just seemed like you were, talking to who, and it was weird stuff back then. But I don't know. I guess there was an evolution, right? So I would have assumed. And again, like I said earlier in the show, I don't hold grudges to people that hate him in the past, but it is surprising. It is curious. My own curiosity would like to hear like how things change if people were like haters once upon a time, but it's not. I'll respect people's NDAs or non-disclosure if they don't care to share what changed, right? I don't know why my name is associated with so long. You don't care anymore. Oh, okay. Well, at the moment you were a strong carer. Okay, so come on, don't act like I'm being completely unprecedented. But you were literally cited in a scary, evil call. Okay, that I had to record for my own personal safety, in receipts. So I was like, oh, so she's talking. Okay, well, right, But yeah, okay. But basically, I guess your official statement is you don't care anymore. It's been a while. All right, welcome back. Welcome back, Clara. Welcome back. Let's see. Mercedes says, I almost got scared for you. I almost sent a DM. What do you mean? At what point? Wait, back last year? Yeah, you know, I look, I gotta say, I appreciated DMs. If you guys remember last year's drama, like at the very beginning, and this is the thing that I've told Boba, like, bro, what are you doing? Like live reacting, like swinging your arms around like a fool. Like, stop, right? Like, at least I didn't do that dumb shit. But like, because I would have gotten farmed like he did, badly, obviously. Like, even the little I got farmed was crazy. But obviously people were still fucking thirsting, right? And I had like 300 people on my server at, at the time, which is now diminished to like 80 or something. But I don't know, maybe more than 300. I think I probably had more than 300 people in the server. Maybe like, I think I must have had like close to 1,000 or something shit. I don't know. But basically, I said a few things. The few things that I've said all got screenshotted and posted all over Twitter and stuff. And it got really fucking hectic. People were trying to like reframe everything in a bad, malicious way and shit. Like, oh my god, I can't fucking live, right? So I really did appreciate the people that reached out to me, because it felt like I couldn't exist, you know. And you know, you can call it cringe, whatever, that I had Discord leaks or whatever, talk to people on Discord. But to be honest, the alternative, like, I did talk to some of my personal friends, of course, you know, but like, it kind of felt like the amount of shit that I was going through to constantly update them. It's like, it felt like too much. I kind of prefer to just do it on Discord, you know, to some Discord. So I did become Discordian for a portion of last year. I'll admit that, no problem. But that was that. Clara, take a fucking guess, all right? Take a fucking guess. Who made crazy allegations against me last year, right? They were citing that you guys were talking, is what I'm saying. That's it. So, me, call me foolish, but I assumed that you must have hated me for that. You know? It was never all that serious. See, never all that serious for you. Have you ever had fucking somebody say crazy shit and then all your friends turn on you at the same time? Imagine having someone make crazy fucking sexual allegations against you in a fucking Keemstar show, and then simultaneously all your friends turn against you for all these random reasons, different reasons, and you're like, holy fuck. Oh my god, bro. One at a time, please. And nobody wants to fucking listen. Holy shit. It was hard. I got farmed just as much as Bolas. Yeah, I could have gone far more. I think Boblak sped run his farming. That's the thing. Being discordant wasn't the right choice. That shit went bad too. Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, though. Guys, we're on the downwind part of the show. But I gotta say, it feels good to be able to freely talk about shit. You know? Feels good. I didn't realize you meant Babs. I didn't like you for what she told me, but I spoke to her twice, and one time wasn't about you. I'm not opposed to watching your streams. Right, and well, what she told you, probably all lies, you know. And I mean, I don't know, man. That whole situation is just so crazy. Like, I actually thought she wasn't gonna go away, so I gotta give her props for actually sticking to her word. You know, I gotta give her props. Credit where credit is due, because she was in so many chats, calling into so many streams, and feeding out, you know who, the other fucking, like, I don't like to give people attention, because I'm a part of me is still a little afraid that it's gonna fucking make it all come back, right? And that was fucking hard, but like I still feel more free to talk about it, at least. But like I was like, dude, is this ever gonna stop, right? I thought I would have to fucking prove myself, release the calls and shit, because why would I want to, right? The call makes me and her look bad. Objectively her, me subjectively, because I look like abused fucking dog, whimpering like, oh yeah, okay, right? That's what I sound like the whole fucking time. And So yeah, it sucked, but I'm glad people like heard me out, you know, like nobody brought that shit up afterwards. And it's funny because there was still comments about Boblax, why aren't you talking about Boblax? And now look what happened. I'm gonna bite my tongue here. Yeah, we can all bite our tongues, it's good. Is it true what she said, you want to kill yourself? No, I have never said that, dude. Chesslock. Okay. And literally, okay, Vitamin is in chat. He is one of the people that like I talked to closely in that time. I never had any sort of suicidal commentary ever. That is crazy. That is a crazy shit. And that night where Repzilla mediated the call, right before that happened, I spoke to Keemstar, and he wanted to have a call between the three of us, me, him, and Babs, and he wanted it to be live stream. He said, Babs has agreed to this. If you do it, I'm like, no, what? So, I mean, according to him, I don't know if she actually agreed, right? But he had told me that she agreed to do another live stream on his show, like us. I'm like having Jerry Springer type of shit. I'm like, no, why? What? So in my mind, it's fucking crazy if she agreed, but maybe she didn't, and he just kind of said it, right? Fluffed it and would have convinced her or something. But like, I'm like, no, I don't want to have that. And shortly after I hung up with Keemstar, I get a text from Repzilla, and he says, did you just talk to Keemstar and blah, blah, blah? So like immediately she had already texted Keemstar, or Repzilla rather, because for some reason Repzilla and Babs got close last year. Very weird. And so I was like, yeah, how did you know? That's weird. Like, because it was like 1 in the morning, so it must have been like 3 in the morning for Repzilla or something like that. I don't know. And then like Repzilla didn't even warn me. He didn't ask me for permission or anything. He just straight up told me, he called me and he's like, listen, let's do this 3-way call. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then he ended up doing it. I was like, oh, what the fuck? So yeah. And literally, if I play you the call, there's a part in the first moment, like the first 10 minutes, where she hangs up, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, please, I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, oh man, she hung up, and then he calls her back, but you can hear me literally in distress saying like, dude, no, I don't want to do this. Like, so this whole idea that I wanted the call to happen is crazy, because I did not. You know, that was like super stressful. You can hear me like, again, like I sound like a beaten dog. Okay. Listen, exhibit here.
Yeah, eventually during the ride, you put your shirt over your head.
So why lie?
When did I lie about that? I don't remember lying about that.
You lied about it on stream. I'm sick of this. I'm so fucking sick of your bullshit, Edwin.
Which,
Grow the fuck up. Be a man and start talking.
Hey, Bridget, he's asking. Oh, she hung up.
I don't remember. Oh, holy shit! I didn't deny that. And that was never even brought up.
I don't understand why she hung up.
Dude, that was fucking intense, man. I can't handle that shit, dude. It's too fucking intense. Oh my god.
I don't understand why she hung up. Like, we was fixing it.
I don't know, man.
Like, clearly, I did not want to be a part of that. Wow, I gotta say, it feels good to not feel as anxious listening back to that. But like, you can just hear the tone difference, right? Like, she would just be berating me, and I'm like, I didn't lie. When did I ever say anything, like, right? Like, she was trying to catch me on some sort of gotcha, and I was like, no, that didn't happen. But it was so awkward because she just like was so aggressive, and it was fucking scary. And I was like, dude, I told you this is not good. I do not want to be a part of this. And then he like calls her again, and then I get berated for another 40 minutes. Yeah. So to clarify, Aiko says that the call is nuclear and Nick won't release it because he's sweeping for you. So if it got released, you wouldn't care because it's not a big deal. No, I do care because I'm personally, like I said, I don't want it released. I think it's snaky, first of all, for the record. I think it's snaky that Nick, like when I screen shared from the first time me and Nick talked, I told him my side and everything because he was curious, because he agrees that that's the most serious shit to address. And I told him my side, and I shared with him like maybe half of the call, and I did it like on a screen share. And motherfucker squinted his eyes, like squinted just to try and see the link, and he fucking stole the video. He downloaded it. And I'm like, what the fuck, dog? He's like, please, dude, I need to stream over this. Brazil's so funny in this. I'm like, no, that's messed up, first of all. Why are you doing this? Like, that's, that's like me at my weakest, and I don't see any reason to. Like, that's the thing. After my video, people didn't press me like I thought they would, like for how she actually is. So I don't feel the need to, like, it's like, yes, women can be scary, right? And she didn't even bother to refute any of it. So good. Why do I need to go further? I don't think I do. So, like, if Nick releases it, I think that's really fucked up. I think it's fucked up that he even saved it. I think he should delete it, but whatever. I think it's weird that he even offered it up, to be honest. Dude. Why didn't you leave? Clara, did you watch the video? Because honestly, it's like, oh, now you sound like Keemstar Girl. And it's like, because if you didn't watch it, like, A, I could just like screen share that part where I literally address them. Or B, it's like, just go watch it. It's much easier because I'm not trying to tread on this too long. Even weirder that I got an answer from him. Yeah, it's like, dude, because here's the thing. Like I said, the call can be released, sure. And I'll look wimpy and people can make fun of me for whatever, like, she tries to make me look like a less of a man, etc. She berates me for 45 minutes or whatever. Okay? But still, objectively speaking, she's being verbally abusive and fucked up and saying all these wrong things that in the end, if I have to, I'll respond to it and show just point out how badly everything is, and I don't want to continue. I really don't. Like, I feel at the point where I can freely talk about shit. It's nice, but like, it's not worth it, Like, it's stupid. Objectively speaking, and also, I'm pretty sure Nick tweeted that Babs doesn't want it out either. So there's good reason, like, if neither party wants the call to come out, then why continue something that literally ended last year? The potato salad rant. I like the asterisk like behind on the stream, and it just got to that part. She's got to push the Predwin. Cringe. Yeah. Ugh, jeez. Ugh. Yeah. Cringe. Ripzilla saying fixing it sent me. And Ripzilla started getting pressed by Nick, and then he ended up breaking up with me. So Nick caused Ripzilla to break up with me. I'm like, bro, what? That was something crazy, dude. That was something else. Anyways, guys, let's see. Let me scroll up in chat. Can confirm Ripzilla convinced Edwin to do that. Yeah. Vitamin, what country from? Yeah, Netherlands. See, he's got a nice accent, right? It's funny. I like when at one point Vitamin was like, excuse my speech. I was like, bro, you're doing great, is what I was thinking as I was peeing in the toilet. Yeah, and here's the thing, guys. I'll be transparent. Repzil also told me that I was shady towards him, and I'm like, can you define what you mean? Because look, I'll own up to whatever, because I've stuck up for Repzil plenty of times. If he means that Nick thing again, and if it's one of those things where he wanted me to stick up for him more, then Jesus, look, I can say I'm sorry for that too. But like, if people gotta break up with their friends, it's cringe, dude. First of all, because I didn't ask Ripzilla to do his little independent investigation, but good for him that he decided I was innocent independently. Nobody else did, but to randomly break up with me after he talks to Nick was kind of weird. But it's like, people show their colors. It's whatever. I think it's funny when like that kind of thing happens. Is like he breaks up with me, yet I end up talking to Nick again publicly, and like Ripzilla still like, and it becomes funny when the people that call you out, you end up talking to them, and you don't talk to the people that were supposed to be your friend, because like I had Ripzilla's phone number. Him and I were texting buddies. I didn't have Nick's number. Anyways, all right, chat. Looks like everyone's all chatted out. No one's saying nothing, so maybe we got too personal. Anything else before I wrap up? This was good. See, I feel like it feels good to talk and be totally open. Big shout out to Vitamin for being the caller this stream. And I'm gonna be uploading the next Boblax video tomorrow, and then likely a final one later this week. And then after that, I swear, guys, no more Boblax after that, or at least it'll just be like side comments and stuff. I would have called him what I was doing. Oh, hey, but I'm gonna do this kind of chill stream more times, you know, when it's not like a major topic. Like this definitely won't be clipped, you know. This definitely won't be clipped for like a video or anything. All right, now with that being said, let's see. Maybe I can add my 60-something viewers to Augie. See, does it let me redirect? Where is that? Where is it? Redirect. Add redirect. Oh, no, he does not have that option available, so I cannot redirect to his stream, but... Alright, guys. Yeah, and Molly, did you have any issues joining? Any people have issues joining the server? Because it seems like we still didn't get any new members. But, you know, if that's the case, I might have to be a little bit more flexible. A little bit more flexible. Like it up. You need a link. Okay, I can give you a link, and I'll make it so only one person can join. So guys, only Molly clicked this, okay? But anyways, guys, yes. Should we raid into Augie? Just independently, just click on the link and then say Edwin raid. How do I invite? I can't even... Or invite people. All right. Molly, this is for you, okay? That's your link. Nobody else join it because that's only one person can join through that invite. So if somebody that's not Molly joins that, it won't let Molly join. You can't chat in Augie's stream? Okay, guys. All right, like up the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, Augie has 2,000 people. Holy shit. Well, you know, maybe we'll go join it out. Be like Edwin raid or whatever. I don't give a fuck. All right, if you want to join, I'll check it out as I get a snack and get ready to go to the store. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you guys next time.